And we're back. Hey,
What's going on?
Unirrelevant Podcast with our first guest.
Yep. Episode 10.
This is
First guest.
this is pretty cool, pretty big. Got my dad in here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Woo!
First time on the podcast.
Yeah. We drop names. We're just.
So yeah, you don't have to call him Dad. I do, but what should everybody call you, Dad?
Just call me whatever you want. Phil. That's what my mother called me. Phil works, you know.
Phil's a good name. There's been a lot of nicknames I've heard for him over the years. You know, there's Phil Manatee. His buddies used to call him. My mom used to call him Philatio.
Wow.
It's funny.
The good old days.
Yeah, what do you think though? You like the spot?
Yeah, this is pretty neat here. I like the psychedelic colors, man.
Did you see our first setup?
It's pretty comfortable.
Did you see how we were set up before in the living room?
Yeah, this is a step up from there.
A little more
I
cozy.
gotta say.
Hell yeah. I mean, we definitely put a lot of hard work into it, and it still has a long way to go.
It's up and coming.
Yeah.
Progress.
Yeah. Soon
Progress. Good progress.
we're gonna have it all, at least all of this, soundproofed with white and black offset like checkerboard.
Hence the white ones I just got, but apparently I didn't read the details.
Nope.
They don't have the sticky back.
Gotta have the sticky back.
Yeah, I'll return them.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun, man. I mean, go ahead and talk into that mic. You know, listen to yourself. Listen to your voice. There's something about that. There's something about this just talking into the mics and hearing it, you know, right in.
Having it pumped straight into your ears, yes.
Yeah.
Your voice does sound a lot different when it's pumped straight into your ears
Yeah.
than it does when you're talking just out in public, you know, like walking down the street or sitting in your room talking to yourself or talking to your friends. You always sound different.
Right.
And when you hear yourself mic'd for the first time or the 10,000th time,
Yeah, in your case.
it's totally different than when you're just talking to people.
Yeah.
You have a different tone to your voice, different things pop out to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I catch myself like interrupting a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm still also trying to get used to my voice because just how you're explaining, like I've never really recorded my voice too much. My dad, being a band member, he always had the recording equipment, and me and my sister would make these random mixtapes. And obviously, I don't think I even hit puberty by then, so my voice was even like probably higher pitched. But now listening in on every episode we've done, just trying to get used to my voice on recording, it's different.
Well, it's also been hard when we haven't had a sufficient source of audio.
This is also true.
Yep.
Like every episode up to this point, there has been some sort of failure. We haven't got it perfectly right yet. It's either been we're missing footage, or the audio isn't there, and we gotta, use a different audio source and clean it all up.
So what you're saying is that the Unirrelevant Podcast is kind of like a life journey.
Exactly.
You're falling and stumbling all along the way, but you keep plodding along until you finally get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, for the average person out there. You know, we come up with the challenges in this podcast, but we're learning and digging them through.
You know, a wise man, put something into me when I was a young lad. This man sits across from me today, and he told me, if you want a solid house, a solid future, you got to have a solid foundation. It doesn't matter how beautiful your house is, if there's cracks in that foundation, one day that house is going to fall. And that's something that's always stuck to me. You got to work hard, build that foundation perfect. And then once you start building your house, you have security. You know it's not going to fall. It's a
Something
huge
you can
key to
always
life.
fall back to when life gives you lemons.
Right.
Make beef stew.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's whatever day it is. It's not like you got anything else going on. No, it's the thing. It's the thing. Because Jesse doesn't really smoke weed that much.
No.
So he comes in, he takes his one puff. I did bring us all a treat.
Yeah.
I brought us each one stem and cap, just a microdose.
Ah.
It's not like you're gonna be tripping.
Not this time. Not for me.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna be that guy?
Yeah.
You're fucking
I am
lame.
that guy.
You are lame. On the podcast, shutting down a microdose. Wow.
Oh my
I
god.
can even give you the. I can even give you the smallest one. You just eat the cap.
No.
I'll eat your stem.
You can eat it all.
Are you guys out there hearing this peer pressure going
This
on?
is
Right?
Listen. This is all for education. This
You
is
won't-
this isn't for harm. It's just a microdose. There's no like crazy effects. It's just gonna be an uplift.
I understand, last time I microdosed with you down at the campsite, it was fun.
Well, that was a little more than a microdose, though.
I don't remember how much. To me,
Anyone?
I took my one-hit wonders.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
take it to lunch. Yeah, Keith.
And what's great about these is they come from a lab. They're not picked from outdoors.
Oh.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, they don't have a terrible taste.
Look at this peer pressure.
I mean, it still tastes like a mushroom, but it's dry. It's just goes right on down. You know what I noticed, dude?
You gotta do mushroom with Coke.
We don't have any beers.
Wash it down, man.
I told you. I'm doing a 30-day thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Will you do me a favor?
What?
Could you go out to the fridge and grab me a beer? You'd be my best
Wow.
friend.
How do we ask?
Please and thank you.
Be right back.
Just a man right there. I only ask him because he refused to do mushrooms with us. And it's like
he's,
it's
kinda
like
the easiest to
blasphemy.
get up.
It's blasphemy. What's the point?
I mean,
You
it's my
don't-
first time ever trying mushrooms, so
At all?
You've never done a mushroom before.
Ever. I was.
Nice.
yeah,
I'm glad that I'm here to share this experience with you.
me too. Because I was thinking, because we had kind of discussed this, me and him last week, doing it, and I wasn't really because we were talking about having his buddy on, and I was like, well, I don't really know him, so I don't
Right.
really know if I want to do that with him there. But when I heard it was you coming and he broke those out, I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
Hell
You
yeah.
know?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, we got a good vibe.
He's been doing mushrooms as long as we've been alive.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And that's the thing
Yes, folks,
it's-
I have.
it's just a microdose. It's
Yeah.
it's nothing that's gonna you're not gonna be seeing trails, and if you
Enough to
do,
make you happy.
that's awesome. That's really awesome. But that's not what we're doing it for. I mean, it's just educational purposes. Which is why we're alive, right?
Mm.
I mean, okay? So we can only with what we can actually see. Screw science and anything you can't explain. But what you can explain in your existence, and this goes for everybody, is that you wake up in the morning, you deal with emotions, you deal with this train of thought, and you go to sleep at night. And that's the same for anybody on the planet. All right? So, why? Right? Everybody comes to that question, why? Why do we have this ability to perceive? Well, I mean, to me, that answer is extremely simple. It's just to experience, to perceive.
Why are we here is because God can't experience, but we can. And through
Well,
us,
it's because
through us, God gets to live.
right. Well, yeah, but it's because God can perceive everything instantaneous.
But he can't feel it.
No, to me, I think God can
No, we can
perceive
feel
it
but we don't
all
bring them feelings
at
back.
once. So it's like if
Hey, here you go.
if you could instantaneously know how it feels to fly a jet at 1,000 miles an hour, what's the point in getting up and going and doing it? If you can instantaneously have that experience, if you're God, you can, right?
If
So you
could win a
create
game every time you play,
fragments of yourself.
would you play that game?
I'm sorry, what was that?
If you can win a game every time you play that game, would you play that game?
If I knew I was going to win regardless, no, I wouldn't.
That's God.
Yeah, what would be the point of playing?
Right.
There's no challenge.
You'd have to
Exactly.
create some way
So
to.
God created his own challenges.
But
by
is it?
each and every one of us?
But see, what I want to know is, was it a God? Was it a being, or was it us?
And
Was
what does one of our mentors, Joe Rogan, say? He creates his own troubles, right?
Yeah, we all.
He creates his own troubles
Well.
so he can work through them and learn from them, right? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, no, I mean that is true. Like when you don't have to worry about money, when you don't have to worry about security.
Yeah.
You know, at some point, yeah, you gotta keep yourself moving. You have to motivate yourself to want that drive still. You know what I mean? Being somebody who comes from a hell and gets out of hell and goes to heaven, at some point heaven's gonna become really boring, and it's gonna happen a lot faster. You know what I mean? Because you're used to that. You know that like in hell, you have no idea what's gonna happen, but you know it's gonna be pain, or you know it's gonna, whatever it might be. But in heaven, there's none of that. It's just.
Has anyone watched Supernatural?
Oh my god, I've seen the first season.
Oh. Because what we were just breaking down and like how God would foresee everything and he created this and that, and, that boredom or whatever. It's kind of like how their storyline goes more towards the end.
Yeah.
Because God bounces on heaven. He's nowhere to be found for quite a while.
Yeah. Right. Well,
And
I mean,
just he kind of like allows the angels to kind of take over. They say, he steps back to test and see what the angels will do under their own thought. There's also the conspiracies that they.
I have a question. If you created a simulation, right, and inside that simulation, one of your creations designed another simulation that would allow them to literally be on the same level as you. Like you have a choice. Do you shut that off? You know what I mean? Like, because what if that thing finds out a way to come to your plane of existence and looks at you in the eye, and now you're being observed instead of being the observer? That's extreme. I would find that extremely uncomfortable.
Well, I think that's also like I turned it off, but it's kind of like pointing towards like AI and stuff too. Kind of ties into that conversation of like once AI is developed to a point where it's kind of surpassing, I mean, because AI can easily surpass humanity, just learning everything at an instant. So it can be that kind of moment where they're the judges as opposed to we're the ones kind of controlling them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's like a paradox. You know what I mean?
So that's something that's kind of coming down the pipeline that kind of ties into what you're saying.
Right. Right. For sure.
And we get a Terminator.
I mean, what? Honestly, all right, Pops. What would you do if your simulation? You know what I mean? You're just sitting there going at it, and then you turn around, and your creation's looking at you. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, how could you do this? You know what I mean? Like, you got to take into consideration like what it, all the pain and the happiness and everything that is society. You know what I mean, or is consciousness. To have that look back.
If I created everything, and then my creator who created my everything came to me and said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, that's different.
I'd say I'm following my father.
Well, yeah. I mean, but then
What else
I
am
don't know,
to
because,
do?
dude, you look.
As a human, I have nothing to gain but knowledge.
Right.
Every single moment I'm alive, I could gain some kind of knowledge. And by gaining more and more knowledge, eventually, like Groundhog's Day, I could be a god. I
Right.
would know everything that was going to happen, even if it
Yeah.
hasn't happened yet, and it isn't going to happen until way down in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's going to happen, and I know how it's going to turn out. So, therefore, I am a god.
Right. Right.
And at that point, I would just merely exist.
Mm-hmm.
My creations would run themselves because that's how I created them.
Yeah, you're doing pretty
So
good.
so I could sit back and watch them grow and become gods themselves. And
Mm-hmm.
then they join me. And then guess what? I'm not alone anymore. I have friends,
Ah.
which is
Okay.
what my God, the understanding of my God and my reality, that's what my God wants. Is
That
friends.
makes a lot of sense too. Like when you really think about it, because like take away all the
Every
extra shit in the Bibles,
every one of
and
us
all of them.
has set down guidelines and rules to the people that we let hang around us. Now, if somebody brings something that we don't like into our area, we don't let them hang out, do we? We kind of shun away from them as people. That's just how people are, okay? Because you have your own guidelines and rules. Well, my
Yeah.
God has these kind of rules, I want you to learn. And you need to learn everything you can learn before you can be with me and be my friend.
That's the
And you
thing
need to
about
learn
like
the right things.
that's the thing about religions, and like there are these golden rules to all of them. You know what I mean? To where it's just like just be the best that you can be. Do nothing but love, and just it all of them. Like whether it's paganism, Buddhism, Judaism. I mean, anywhere you go, like yeah, and there's also that yang on every side of the religions that it's always been strange. Like when you look at it's weird. We're in this time of consciousness where we're starting to look at things um, for like really what it is. Like all of these religions have very strange cult-like activities a part of them. You know what I mean? Like even Buddhism, like they literally remove themselves of food and everything for months and just deteriorate until they have these amazing experiences where they're literally on the verge of death, and then they just save enough just to get back and like
When all they need to do is do a
why
little
would you
DMT.
like anybody alive right now, like what the fuck would possess you? Like okay, there's great things to all of these religions, why can't you just take those?
Mm.
Like why does there have to be the other side? Like, you look at
Why do the two religions go? Oh, you're wrong because you believe this way and you believe that way.
yeah,
Why can't we just believe? As long as we
you
believe.
should try to get that a little closer to you.
Yeah.
Maybe just like sit like pull it. Yeah, definitely gotta get
Yeah.
a freaking boom.
Sounds like a cat
Boom.
poster.
You need a boom.
Need one more boom.
Boomer.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
mean to interrupt you.
No, that's
It
all
was
right.
just
Get back to that. So
Yeah.
anyway, why do two religions think they're wrong? Because they believe differently. You still believe, all right?
mm,
So okay, so you don't get down on your knees and pray every Sunday. So you get down on your knees
and what's that?
every 4 hours of the day, and
What?
and
Huh.
you put your head to the ground and you praise Allah or whoever or whatever
But
you do.
and
Why
why?
is any of it wrong? Why
Why
isn't it
isn't that
all okay with everybody and just
why
all
isn't
right?
that
I'm glad
something
that
that
they
like you can
believe.
just do like throughout your day? Why can't you just live that way? Like what all these religions, you got to pray and like devote time in your day. That makes no sense. You're not experiencing anything but your thought, and you're just trying to, like that makes no sense. You can do that while being productive, while experiencing life, while feeling and taking in energy and putting energy out. I never understood the idea of prayer, because you're literally locking yourself in. It's not like meditation where you're experiencing your flow of thought and then you're analyzing. You're like taking
It is a form of meditation.
but it's
Prayer
not, because
Prayer is.
you're consciously like atoning for things and like trying to speak to
That's only the
something.
But that's also
that's only the Catholic.
That's
That's
egotistical.
only part of the Catholic religion.
but
There's
like
a lot
how
of
you
religions that pray.
how you were just talking on, like, you're asking the why question on why these religions have to follow these. I'm gonna pull the Christianity card, commandments, but
Mm.
every religion has those infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a question of why, and how you also just it
But
could
how
be
did
it could
get
be
to that? Is what no, it's
just
like
whoever
the fuck-
whoever created that
like
religion.
if we were creating a religion today, like how would what would your rules be? What?
If
All
you
right, we all
created-
have that right here.
If
Let's
you
all add a
created
commandment.
a martial arts, would you not practice that martial art every single day? The same movements every
Well,
single
yeah,
day.
yeah, that makes sense.
Same thing with religion, but they do it with prayer, and they do it
It's what they
But
believe
that
by
in.
doesn't-
getting down on their knees or by
Yeah,
putting
I
their head to
get
the
that.
ground or whatever.
I
It's-
understand what they're doing.
And by doing these things, they're giving their energy.
Yeah, but why couldn't you just do that while going throughout your day?
Then that's
Why do you have to stop
Some
everything?
people
make
can.
that
Like that's,
your commandment.
Some
That is
people-
yours.
all right, so
You
right
are
now,
allowed.
right now, we're gonna make the four
some people
commandments.
can.
All right, right now, if we're creating a universe, we just need four commandments.
Alright,
My
come on.
commandment is not going to be that one. My commandment is going to be, no matter what, do everything you can to love instead of hate. Love. That's, like, love. Go ahead.
Can't put me on the spot like that, man. I'm thinking of a commandment. Woo. Forgive. No matter what happens.
Okay.
Move on. Learn from it.
That's all part of love.
But that's my side of love.
No, everything is part of love, I think.
Fine, then go out there and ride a two-wheel.
Tough
No, I mean, I think it was a good addition, because, like, I feel like, as long as you're loving, and if something does happen, because you can't control anybody else, you can only control yourself. So if something does happen and your love is shaken, at least you can fall back on that forgiveness. So I feel like that is a good addition.
Because I also feel like people can love, but they can also not forget.
Hold grudges and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
forgive.
All right, Pops, what's yours? We got love, forgiveness.
I hope you're brewing up something over there, Tyler.
Don't worry about what I'm brewing.
It's a tough one.
As long
It
as I don't
is.
smell it.
Do unto others as you would have done unto you.
Yeah.
That's always been my favorite commandment.
That is a good one.
I've always tried to live that way.
I feel like that one really sums it up.
Yeah.
It really does.
All right. Love, forgive, do well.
Yeah, I would say, just kind of let people live. Like, don't really, I don't know, a lot of people stress about what other people are doing. Just kind of let them fucking live their life, and I don't know. It's kind of what we're all here for, is to
Live and
experience.
love.
Allow the
yeah.
experience.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it's like all the religions are restrictive, and
Very.
it's like, what does it
Yeah,
really
no,
matter at the
that's
end
a
of the
good
day?
one, dude. That is a good one, because like there's like you can lead the average horse to water,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? How many of them are gonna drink? Especially if they're tugging and pulling the whole way there. And it's been proven that chaos creates better people in the long run. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of people that do end up fucked up,
Mm.
but the majority of good people have had a rough fucking time going there. You know what I mean?
Good example was that Robert or Robbie Jr. Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, he did time.
Yep.
He did.
Yeah,
he,
yeah,
he,
yeah.
Yeah, he was.
he hit rock
Drug
bottom.
problem, yeah. Yeah, man, the best of them have. I mean,
Yeah.
so I
That's the
forget where I was kind of
unrelevant
going with
religion.
it. Yeah, man, you know, what's the difference between religion and spirituality?
One's thought.
Spirituality is what you achieve, what you try to achieve. Religion is how you try to achieve it.
Yeah, but see, see, I feel like I was blessed because I got to experience psychedelics through you know, people I was safe with, you know, in good environments, and something about my natural curiosity. Like, I used to have these wild thoughts when I was younger that, like, we were just these microorganisms inside of this larger organism, and that we could only, like, all these crazy things that when I did go into these psychedelic experiences, I was already able to perceive the messages that were there. Like, these doorways are open, and I'm extremely blessed for that. There's a lot of people that do psychedelics on a regular basis that have no idea what I'm talking about. And then there are people who have one experience and they know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like there are some people that have a higher connection, and I feel like that's just that's about all about wonder. You know what I mean? Like, you remember that movie, Rise of the Guardians? Did you ever
I
see
think
that?
so, yeah.
So
You're gonna hate me.
What'd you do?
I haven't watched it yet. I believe we've talked about
Rise
this
of the
Rise of the Guardians. I have not.
I have it on
watched yet.
DVD. I'll let you borrow it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, speaking of that, I still can't find my DVD, but
dude, it is such a good movie. It really
you borrow
is.
it.
I will. Yeah, I like your shirt. Speaking of Disney,
Oh yeah.
MGM Studios.
Hopefully, good parent company going on over here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
What?
So I found out Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle are
Didn't
coming to
spoke.
Connecticut, MGM,
Oh.
in like 2 months. They're gonna do multiple nights at MGM. Yeah. I'm like, you son of a bitch, why didn't you release that before you released the October date?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah, give me some of that there.
Yeah, this is why I'm here.
Or maybe you buy those tickets, be equal exchange.
Yeah.
If we
Dude,
really want to try
I gotta,
to go.
bro, I gotta pay for your bike first.
Hey, isn't this from?
I'm not dying anytime soon. You ain't dying anytime soon. You got time. I'll
Yeah, that's the frame slider, man.
Yeah. Oh, I got my frame sliders in yesterday.
Oh, shit.
I'm not gonna share them. You gotta wait till you just see the bike. I almost sent you a snap, but I'm like, no, these are
Yeah,
just
just
too
wait.
good.
Damn it.
Everyone's gonna think like I bought a new bike.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
dump $3,000 into it, It's pretty much a new bike.
Yeah, and the year before that, when I crashed it, I dumped $2,000 into it. It's just become a thing. Every winter, I redo my bike.
I can't believe it, man.
It's nice that you can
less
do
than
that.
less than a
A lot of guys
freaking mile.
don't have them kind of skills, So it's
Less
good that you
than a
can do it.
mile.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
How is all right? So we've talked. I'm good.
He couldn't handle the
Hold on.
GL
Hold on.
500
Hold on.
pulling
So-
away from him
So we
at 20 miles an hour and looking back going, ha ha, he stalled. And next thing I know, boom, he goes by me and I'm like, oh fuck, he's going to hit that bump.
Yeah.
And that's all. As soon as he hit that bump, man, that was it. I'm like, oh no. I kind of closed my eyes for a half a second.
That's all it takes.
I was like, oh no, he's going to go down.
yeah, that
And
thing
it
has
did, man.
balls.
He came back, he brought it back, but then all of a sudden it just slid
the
out from
fucking-
under him at the top. They had just painted the lines up there.
Oh yeah.
and it just
That
slid
paint's
out right
slippery.
there, man. He just went down, and I'm like, oh shit, my son just hit the fucking ground, and instantly my heart stopped. When you're on a motorcycle and you see your son crash in front of you, it's it's really kind of scary.
Dude, I hopped right the
even
fuck up.
even at fucking 10 or 15 miles an hour, and he did a roll, jumped up, and ran back to the bike, and his fingers twisted sideways, and he's worried about the bike, hey, and I'm looking at his hand going, holy shit, are you gonna pick that up? And he grabs the bike and goes to pick it up and goes, shit, and he straightens his finger and breaks it back into place. I'm like, holy
Yeah,
Christ.
it's not the first time.
And then he picks the bike up, and we walked it over and looked at it, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's, you know, sucks it happened, man. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I was in shock. I was just angry that I fucking dropped the bike, dude. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, it's just right here, you know?
And here it comes back. I instantly forgave you. I didn't.
Yeah.
There was like nothing. I didn't care. You called me. You're like, dude, I got some bad news, and I honestly thought you were gonna say someone was in the hospital
Oh man,
because I believe it was one around the
I
time
felt that.
you were
way.
watching your health.
I
Yeah.
You
felt that
had
way.
some bad times, so I was
Yep.
like, I thought
Yep.
you were gonna tell me your dad was in the hospital. Like my heart
Yeah.
sank, and then you're like, I crashed your bike. I'm like, whew, okay, cool. Can I get
Oh.
back to work?
Yeah, I didn't feel that way at all. I
didn't care.
definitely did not feel
Everyone
that
was
way.
a lot.
When
It's
the kid-
replaceable and fixable if possible.
I was just so upset with myself and yeah. Oh well.
It didn't
Yeah,
phase me.
I'm glad you're such a great friend, man. Because you know, honestly, like there's a lot of people who would have been trying to fight me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
know.
believe I told you the
Said,
story.
give me that finger, damn it! Snap, you know?
And I would just be like, all right, fuckers.
Well, I told you that
yeah,
story.
Dude, that thing is so bad now.
And that's why I'm here.
It's just getting worse.
Keep the party going.
It's just getting worse.
I told
Look,
you
it's
the,
like starting to go underneath this finger now.
Yeah. Wait till you,
Yeah.
wait
Oh,
till
dude,
you
I-
hit
you-
52 and
dude.
you got arthritis and you can't straighten your hands at all.
I got problems.
I told you a story about Jesse Ragoza's bike, right? What happened with him and a old friend? Maybe.
Probably.
But for our viewers, I also have a friend named Jesse. He bought a Ninja 600R. First bike he ever had. I can't remember the year. I'm sorry. Probably like an 09, maybe 10.
Doesn't matter.
Nice blue. He had it for a week. Let another old friend of ours, Kyle, take it out for a rip.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he had a permit or a license. I don't know. You know, I knew he rid dirt bikes, but anyways, Jesse felt to trust him. He took it for a rip. Hasn't come back. Turns out he dumped it on a turn. Actual like totaled the bike. The bike tumbled, plastics. It just exploded. He went to the hospital. I'm sorry, I can't remember what injury. Hospital.
Hospital.
I can't remember his injuries, but there's some shit that was definitely broken. But they didn't talk for a couple years because he refused to pay for the bike because he wanted to have Jesse pay for his hospital bills. I believe that's how it went down. So they just didn't talk for a while, and he had to outpay the bike because it was, I believe, under a loan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna let somebody borrow your bike, you gotta make sure that you can afford to lose your bike. Walk away from it, or
Yeah.
don't let nobody ride it. Period. You know.
Yeah. Or don't.
I trust enough in the people that I let ride it. My bikes.
Mhm.
I trust in their ability, and I trust that they would have the common sense not to be stupid on somebody else's bike.
Yeah.
Try it out, push it a little bit, but don't get too stupid. you
My
know?
dad always told me respect other people's things better than you respect yourself
Yeah.
or your
Yeah.
own.
True. Yeah.
Like, I got my gold wing. I pushed that thing with bald tires. I was
Yeah,
trying.
you did a wheelie one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with you on your R1. there,
R6.
R6. Yeah, that was your first one that got stolen.
The blue one? Yeah.
Oh,
the blue
man.
one.
Remember?
Yep.
I'm trying to keep up with you on that on a Goldwing that has bald tires, you know.
Wild.
But
I wasn't doing too
I
bad
wouldn't
myself.
expect anybody else to get on my bike and do that.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know, I'd expect other people
Dude, I'll
to
tell
look
you
at
what.
it and go, "Your fucking tires are bald. I'm not riding that."
Hey, I'll tell you what,
know?
I'm like I have like way more fear, not like fear, but like respect now. Like that, looking back on when I first got on that bike and I was trying to keep up with you guys,
Yep.
man, you know, I was going quick around them bends. Now I actually like slow down and shit. I don't like roaring. Like I'll pick up the speed on the quick spots, but
Yeah, you're not trying to drop it anymore.
The only
Uh-uh.
place I drive
Like me.
fast now is
I
on
don't
the
think I'm ever
highway.
gonna drop. I hope to
That's
God
it.
I never drop my bike, man.
And on the highway, I got to do 80 miles an hour between Springfield and Connecticut to stay.
I mean,
with
I'm doing all right,
traffic.
but I can't
Yeah.
Or I'm
afford.
getting passed, you know. And it's scary out there on the highway, you know, because everybody's driving like maniacs. They're cutting lanes, they zip across, they don't care. 2-3 lanes they cut across. And
Yeah, it took me, I think, 3 or 4 months to actually ride on the highway.
I've been riding on the highway for a long, long time, but, you know, when I started, you'd be lucky to see 5 cars on 91 in between East Hampton
Mm.
and the Holyoke Mall. Honestly, you'd be
Yeah.
lucky to see 5 cars going on the same direction with you, you know. And now, just between there, you're gonna see 100.
Or at least 5 cars every
You know,
eighth of a mile, if
yeah,
not
it's-
smaller.
Mm.
It's freaking crazy. So, times out there are definitely a lot harder for motorcycle riders than they were when I was learning how to ride
Yep.
and growing up. Because I used to do 110 down East Street with a guy on the back of my Yamaha 750. All right. Now, if I did that, I would die because the roads suck, for one, because they haven't redone the roads since I was a teenager.
Oh man, that's
So the
true.
roads around here all suck. Even the highways. There's
They were
potholes everywhere.
they were supposed to redo the center street right there in East Hampton, right where Pride is.
Yeah.
And they had every opportunity to do it at the beginning of this COVID shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And they pushed it off. Now, when they go to do that now, oh my gosh.
They've had the money in East Hampton to do all of the roads.
Oh yeah. They just
Already,
chip
and they
away a little bit at a time.
It goes
Yeah,
in this
fill a
one's
little tiny
pocket,
crack.
and that
Bit
one's
here.
pocket, and this one's pocket, and that one's pocket.
A little bit there. But hey, that's what we get, for having running water and sewage and Wi-Fi. We got to pay that shit. Fuck it. I'd much rather deal with this bureaucratic bullshit than fucking work in a goddamn salt mine.
Mm.
Facts. I go to work, I got my earbuds in, I listen to my Joe Rogan that I pay $13 a fucking month for.
Yeah.
Isn't that bullshit
It's
now?
fucking sad.
It's kind of fucked.
You gotta pay for everything that you want in your life.
Everything.
And it's like
Almost.
But then again, I work my fucking ass off for it. And I do something that a lot of people don't want to fucking do.
Not a lot of people want to work, period.
mm,
Everyone's hurting. Everyone.
It'd be it'd be a lot nicer to just fucking Shiba Inu. That's what's got to happen. This crypto that I got 2 billion of them. I got 2 billion Shiba Inu, right? If it goes up to 1 cent, that's $200,000. You think about that. I pull out $200,000 as a fucking house.
oh yeah.
Say I take 100,000, put another 100,000 into Bitcoin and Ethereum. 6 months, sitting on another 100,000. Off of that 50, now I got 150 in the bank. Throw all that into another investment. You know what I mean? Let that grow. Fucking got my house paid for. Still working. 401k stacking, talking about retiring at the age of 45 off of 2 flips. That sounds like a good fucking plan to me.
Oh yeah, it
Yep.
does.
Hopefully it happens. We'll see. If it happens,
Be
I'll
the
let you know.
creator.
But if it happens even like, man, if I make more than that, what if it goes up to 2 cents? Shit, I might quit my job,
No, you won't.
start podcasting full time. Think about how fucking, dude, I could buy us a building, a little studio apartment for fucking 2 years, pay for it, you know what I mean? Set up an official fucking thing. You know what I mean? It'll only take like 20 grand. I'd invest in that.
Of course.
Fuck yeah. Shit, if I hit the lottery, it's going to be the first step. Setting up the podcast and letting that shit roar, man. Talking about consciousness. Yes.
Speaking of consciousness, caution.
Consciousness.
Not conscience. Conscience?
Hey, there it is.
Conscience.
Consciousness.
Consciousness.
There you go.
How's the microdose?
Pretty good.
Maybe about
Yeah.
20 minutes
Just
now. huh?
chilling.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to
Yeah, just curious.
feel too much, you know.
Yeah.
You're
Feel
just going to
stoned.
feel uplifted.
Yeah.
There's going to be like an uplift. You might get a little wave here and there.
Little happy.
Yeah, but it's like a mood stabilizer. Oh, did you eat any alpha, Brian?
Yeah, I've been taking that out, before work and shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's dope. You got a shit ton.
Does that mean you're canning the energy drinks?
pretty much. Yeah, I mean,
I'm good
Good.
on it.
Right?
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
fuck
no
those energy
crash.
drinks.
You got that nice push, a little bit of focus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I've had no complaints so far.
Yeah. Good shit. Good shit.
Took one of those this morning.
An alpha brain.
No, good shit.
Oh.
That's how you got to start your day. If you don't take a good shit in the morning,
No,
you
agreed.
know, you're not going to
Sometimes-
have a good day. You
Sometimes
got to
I
clear yourself out.
sometimes I sit on the toilet and I don't even have to poop. But I'll use that good 10, 15 minutes.
Just collect your thoughts.
I mean, I woke up and I gave myself enough time, you know what I mean, to make that good morning shit. So if I don't have to shit, you know, that's extra fucking egg farm time or something, whatever it is you're into. I'm like ranked 42 in the world
On egg farm.
on this egg farm game now. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, you've been grinding that shit for the longest
Like
time.
6 months
I
now,
was
yeah,
gonna
dude.
say.
I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna
You gotta
I'm
know
gonna
it.
cap the game.
Word.
I'm gonna because there's like 6 people who have capped it,
Oh, really?
like
Okay.
to where you can't get any more money, you can't get any more bonuses, nothing.
Damn.
I'm gonna be one of those fuckers for no reason. It's not like I'm gonna get a trophy.
Yeah, right.
I don't think I'm gonna get any merch, nothing.
Hey, you never know.
But hey,
You got bragging rights.
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
He's in it for the bragging rights.
Let's go. I bet you can't run a better egg farm than me. Oh, bet.
Right.
You want to bet?
Yeah. I was that
I
way.
can waste more time than you.
So there's this game on MySpace back in the day. It was called World Domination. It was a lot like Risk, but it was an online game. And you know, you could get all kinds of weaponry, and you stack up your troops and everything, and you get in these alliances. And I got really indulged in that for a long time. Like to the point to where like, way after MySpace wasn't even a thing, I would still log in just to look at that score, the score that I had, because
Oh, really?
I used to play with my buddy Jeremy Gill
Mm.
and Brandon Cogshell, R.I.P. bro, and fucking yeah, it was just us 3 after so long, but we were fucking wicked high in the leaderboards. But there were all kinds of bots in that game too, so like you had to look out for the bots and shit. So, but yeah, that was super fun.
Never
And-
got into any of those.
And now I'm into this stupid egg game.
I couldn't even make it past 17 level of Space Invaders, dude.
Space Invaders. That game's hard though. I feel like the people who get to the end games in that, they're definitely on the spectrum. Like, no offense, you know what I mean? But like, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah, no.
Well,
you ever watch those gaming documentaries? You ever see them?
They
Where like these guys are in their 50s and they're like, "Hi, yeah, I'm a world champion." Oh, I'm gonna damn it, cancel count.
Yeah,
Cancel
but
count.
The cancellation of 20.
Cancel count.
they've been
Fuck.
playing that shit since they were kids, because that's when it came out,
Yeah,
and that's all they've done their whole life is sit
There's-
around and play these same.
they got these
stupid
wild.
games.
They got all these. There's 3 like wild tapping techniques. I don't know how I came onto this one day, but in YouTube I ended up seeing this video with like tapping techniques for controller, and then it turned out to be the 3 ways that people have won the Tetris champions, like the biggest Tetris tournament in the world.
Yep.
And one of them was like back when the games came out, and then another one is one that held it for like 30 years, and then one that this kid, 17-year-old kid, just came up with in his room, where he like bounces his leg, he like holds it on his hand, and he's bouncing the controller into a way that like he's hitting the button like 30 times per second. He's like, and they have it all counted and everything. I mean, it's fucking
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Official.
They clock it and everything,
Yeah,
and it's like it's just a wild. And he goes in and defeats world champion people who have held the championship for years. He went and defeated them like they were on, like he was playing on level 60 and they were on level 150. Like that's how easy it was for him to beat him at the end. Like they're all in end game, and he's just like, and they're all like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was wild, but he's a 17-year-old kid.
Well, that was like when I blew your mind. I could play Guitar Hero with a controller.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like
I didn't even know
knew
that
some
was an
people.
option.
I knew some people that
It
tried
is.
to do that.
It's an option up to Guitar Hero 3. After that, they're like, no more.
Remember, you used to make fun of me all the time. I'd be in the living room jamming. I'd be like, "Dad, check this out." He's like, "It's not a guitar. I don't care.
It's not a real guitar.
But I was in there slaying, man.
He was. He'd whip on that thing. And
Fucking
I'm like,
level
I'm
expert.
like, yeah, it sounds great, but you're not actually playing it, you know?
But I could tap the fuck out of it, man.
Oh, yeah. Like,
That's
you
what it was
have me
about.
on the repetitive strums, but during rhythms, like, no
I don't
problem.
get what that is, man.
It's
Because
just, I know the rhythm. I know the pattern of my hands and my fingers.
that's strange.
That's how I like
I
it. Like,
can't
I always
figure
did.
it out.
I'm surprised my dad never got me into drumming. Because I was the tapper in school and
okay.
the doodler.
But you're a grown ass man now, so why don't you get into drumming?
Because I got enough on my plate. You should know that.
Yeah, but hey, if it's something you want
Gotta
to
get a
do,
drum set.
clear
So
up
is my
some
dad.
clear up some goddamn space and make it happen.
Maybe someday. Maybe. There's just so much shit on my plate right now. Yeah.
I think you'd be all right. 20 minutes a day, that's all you need.
Bro, we were supposed to do this airsoft
20
thing. We
minutes.
still haven't gone in a
Yo,
while.
you want to go this Sunday? You guys want to go Sunday after podcast?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. We'd have to do an early podcast.
Yeah.
So, what have you been getting into, Pops? How the bikes going? Actually, you know what? For the fans, give us the catalog, man, because you have a very wide selection of two-wheeled vehicles.
Yeah, I do.
Start with the oldest first.
Okay, the oldest would be a 1982 Honda Silverwing GL 500. The next oldest would be let's see, 1985 Honda Hobbit 50. I just acquired. Little moped.
Hobbit.
Yeah.
That
Hobbit.
sounds fun.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, what else we got? We got a 2002 Suzuki GZ 250.
Hold on, can I pause you 1 second? Can we look up the Hobbit real quick? This sounds
The
cool.
Honda Hobbit.
The Honda Hobbit. I want to see what this looks like.
Yeah,
I don't mean to interrupt you, but this would be really cool to see.
This is
The
new?
Honda.
82? Or, I'm sorry, what was the year?
It's like a 1985. I think
85.
it is.
85. Whoa.
Wait, does it have
There
the
it is.
pedals? Does it
That's
have the
it, yeah.
pedals?
Is this it right
Yep,
here?
That's it.
Oh man, pull that up. Let's see. Let's get that big.
That's the one right there.
It does have the pedals.
Good shit.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
The only thing is, instead of the bags on the back, I got like
Wow.
it's got like baskets.
Yeah, that's
You know,
clearly an add-on.
but
But
yeah,
that's awesome. Hey, I mean,
yeah.
Hey, that's close to the one that you brought to
Is
your
that-
old shop. Axion, you're gonna repair for a guy.
yeah,
and
yeah,
that
it
helps
is.
you
it
figure
is.
out that he
Yeah.
sees the motor.
Yeah, it's when the motor seems to turn over. It just
Is it-
everything's kind of tore apart, and there's parts all over the place.
Mm.
Gas tanks off it. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, hey,
It needs
man,
a
it's
lot
a
of work,
restoration
but
job, right?
Yeah. You know,
Resto
I
project.
got it for free.
Nice.
My neighbor, when I was growing up, Joe Riopel, he had originally bought it brand new. Rode it for years and years and years. Gave it to another one of our neighbors,
Mm.
Ron Gendron, who I talked to him a couple years ago, and he told me he had it in the basement in one of his apartment buildings, and I could have it.
Nice.
Well, he passed away, so his son, my best
R.I.P..
friend Keith, said, "Come and get it." So I went and got it the other day.
Shout out, Keith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keith Jenner.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Nope.
Yeah.
cool little beater. And
All right, what else did you have?
yeah, we got the Suzuki Intruder 1400,
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the one that Jesse did
So,
some beautiful
yeah.
work to.
and this
Oh.
you know, this guy did
Oh.
a great paint job, and I gotta
Oh.
finish the motor.
You said 1400 or 400?
Yeah.
14.
Ah, yeah. I mean, all right. Go ahead. Yeah, look them all up if you want to.
Yeah.
I
We'll
wish we
try
had
to
a-
keep up with them.
wish we had a picture of the paint
Oh,
job.
yeah, we can do this. Fuck it. Whoa, look at that one.
Oh, yeah,
My
that's some,
God.
Can I pull them off of my
Yeah, no,
phone?
I'll go back though. The one that looked, yeah, that's like his there.
Hold on, I got it right here on my phone.
Oh, yeah, yeah, but
I got it right there. I can't bring it up.
yeah,
It's
before
all
our
on
viewers.
yeah, it's all
irrelevant.
right. It's all right.
It's all
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Yeah. So anyway,
So-
and then I got the '92 Honda GL 1500 Goldwing Aspencade.
Said 92.
1500.
92
Nice.
Aspencade.
Aspencade. Yeah.
Mm,
That's a hell of a word, huh?
all right.
It's like is that really original? You know.
Well, I
What?
kind of call it the asshole grade because you know guys like me ride them.
Now that's the one you daily commute, right? Your daily
Yeah.
rider.
Yeah, that's my daily rider.
Yeah,
Of course, I do a lot of highway riding because
traveling.
travel a half an hour just to get up here to see my son. You know,
Oh yeah. That's 25 minutes.
yeah, 25 minutes. Half
That's
hour.
less than a half hour.
Oh, yeah.
I could make it
Just
in, like,
messing with you.
15.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to, you don't really need to.
Yeah, I know.
though.
Hey, you
No.
know me. I like the speed. I want to drop knees this year.
Do you though? Do you though?
I was gonna say I thought.
I don't know.
Do I?
I've
I don't
scraped
know,
pegs
man.
a
Not when
couple
we're
times
traveling.
Coming on.
You're
the
all
road.
like a fucking modern day Karen. And I'm
You're
gonna go over 65.
No.
Leave
I
it-
still travel like 70 to 80. You travel 80 to 90.
No,
Yeah.
80.
No, there's been some times
Oh,
there's
that
some
poor
90s.
Vulcan.
So what?
Just face it. You don't like my driving. I don't like yours. It is what it is.
Yeah, but I get us there way more efficiently.
Okay, but again, when I see those long road trips, like I'm not looking at a finish line. I will get there. I know.
Well, no,
I'm not going to
looking
do
at a finish
65 miles an
line.
hour. I'm still going to do 70, 75.
No, anytime I'm traveling more than like an hour and a half, 2 hours, it's a finish line.
I
dude.
do a burst of
Oh,
like,
no. No, it's a journey, and that's when you chill and relax and enjoy the ride.
that's what I like. Bex said when I'm on my motorcycle, I will
Well,
take
it's-
off
all right,
from
well,
time to
yeah,
time.
see, it's different for me on the bike. I'd rather just go for the ride and enjoy it. If I'm in a car, man, it's just uncomfortable. You know, it's the same music. You know, you put on a podcast that helps, but then you're with the same people.
Look, I got an '07 WRX that needs a motor, but that should say something too.
I'll say, what now? A WRX?
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice car, you know. But you always
That
beat
ain't
him
for
in
grandma.
I've seen you have two
My grandma might
WRXs
would.
now.
Yeah.
And both of them you burnt out. Pretty quick.
No, I sold the first one before I burnt it out.
But you knew it was about to burn out.
Yep,
which
and I
is,
didn't want to put the money into it.
Right, kind of, you know, whatever. Do you? But I'm just saying.
I bought a motor for this one. I bought a short block.
All right.
Yeah,
well, let's
I'm
see-
getting ready.
Let's see how long it takes you to burn it out.
That one, I don't know. It's gonna take me like 2 to 5 years to finish it.
Probably.
Because I'm still figuring out if I want to kind of lower the horsepower, jack her up, kind of do like an off-road Subi. Those are coming pretty popular. I kind of like the looks. Or keep it slammed on its fucking nuts and go up in horsepower and just be like race car. So I'm bouncing back and forth because I'm stage 3 now, which burnt it out. I mean, you run a
Bro.
high-powered
I mean,
motor.
you live in New England right now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, yeah, I mean, the on-off style version is a little better
That's
for
what's
this
been.
terrain. You
That's
know?
what helping my direction of path.
I mean, you gotta look at it
because
logically, man. Like,
You're
where are you
interrupting.
racing?
You're
around
interrupting. I'm speaking here.
here? Where are you racing?
But no, as you're saying, like being living in New England, we do our camping. That's helped push my thought process and decision making to go with lower horsepower, better fuel efficient,
Right.
make it more universal to the terrains we travel on. Because with my bike, I get that need for speed edge out of me. So why should I have the bike
It helps.
and the car for just speed? I don't need two things that can go ridiculously fast. I only really need one. So that's also been helping push towards the decision making. I'm going up.
Right.
Not to mention
Man.
gas prices are going up. So
Clickety click, click, click.
Yeah, they were saying high test is gonna be almost $4 a gallon.
yeah, I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it.
I'm not.
I am
looking
super
forward to
upset.
that.
Regular shit's almost at 3.
That's all I run in all of my vehicles is high test.
It's same.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stock up while it's low, man. We gotta get some barrels.
I pay $3.10 right now.
I'll start making our own.
Yeah. You know how to make gasoline?
We can learn. We can
Where are
learn.
we gonna get
We can learn.
I'm sorry,
We
but
find
your
that
uncles used to have a hell of a distillery up in Vermont.
All right.
We can make gas.
All
Well, it
right,
might not be
let's find-
gas, but
let's
we can
find the
burn it in
spot.
our vehicles.
Oh, I see where he's going with this. Hey, if you ever got thirsty on the road, just drink out of your gas tank.
Anything goes up in Vermont.
Well, you know. Those were the funner days.
Cowboys. The real cowboys out there, man. Them boys will fuck you up because they're used to cutting down logs and shit all day.
Oh yeah.
Man, you know how much protein they gotta eat.
10 whole chickens.
I need 10 whole chickens and a Coke.
No.
You said 10 whole chickens? It's
Chicken. Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers, thank
4
you.
fried chickens and a loaf of white bread.
Yeah, there it is, 4 fried chickens. Oh, that's great. You ain't ever seen Blues Brothers?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
Dan Aykroyd?
Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi, yeah. Oh my God, it's a classic. Are you serious?
Is it a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, pull
That
this
is
up,
some
please,
really
please,
great
please.
music.
I gotta find
Oh my
goddamn-
God, dude, this is a
There's
a
some-
comedy classic.
I used to make him watch it as a kid because I loved it so much.
Yeah, they got Ray Charles in it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but no, I
Yes.
actually don't think I've ever seen it.
Where's my mouse?
They got they got like SWAT team and everybody like trying to break down the doors. They're just in the elevator.
Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia,
Mm-hmm.
was chasing him throughout the whole movie.
And they're trying to kill him. She gets his, like blows him up in all these different scenes.
Huh.
This
John
movie
Belushi
is a
puts off his
classic,
glasses,
dude.
Gives her the old eyebrows.
Yeah.
Trust me, you watch it and you will not be disappointed.
It's
Well,
hilarious.
seeing the cover, like obviously it's making connections of like all the gifts and the things I've seen about
Mhm.
it, but no, I've never seen the movie.
Oh, you
Well,
should
there's
watch it.
another one you gotta
All right,
watch.
add it to
Rise
the
of
list.
Guardians and the Blues Brothers.
Alrighty.
What was the other? Oh yeah,
I have the
Guardians,
Blues
yeah.
Brothers. I'll let you borrow it.
Alright. I'm covered.
Hell yeah.
Even though I can probably stream it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Someone's
Yeah,
gotta have it.
I'm sure.
I mean, you might have to pay for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I could look.
Who knows? We're not sponsored, so we can't tell you.
Hmm.
I'm kidding.
Oh, shit.
Good.
Better
Just be
cover
free.
up this.
Oh man,
Sponsor.
you're gonna have to
Damn it.
add a blur.
Yeah, man.
Multiple blurs.
Oh,
no,
no.
blur,
Ah,
blur.
Blur everything.
Oh shit. What if that's the world, man? We're like we live in a virtual reality, but like you don't pay for the service, so like everything's
God.
blurred.
Oh god.
You're just walking around in a blurred reality.
Dave.
Oh yeah, people who are super blind. Man.
That-
Wait, you might be one of those people. You look like you got some bifocals for real. Like if you were
No.
back in the, if you lived back in the 70s, bro, those would be like 4 inches thick. They're thick,
risk
man.
I'd risk not being.
How
able to see.
blind are you? Can I see?
I mean, if you want.
Isn't this cool that you can literally see how blind somebody is? That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Think
let me-
about
pretty,
that.
I'm pretty low on the.
Oh, bro,
spectrum from
what?
Yeah, doctor told me.
What?
Let me see.
Are you serious? You see that?
I mean, there's much of shit on it too. But.
A little bit.
No, that doesn't mean nothing to me. Yeah,
Cool. I got
bro,
it.
those are wild.
I just gotta
See,
do
you're
adjust.
squinting.
That
You're
way.
I got
squinting.
bifocals.
No.
I'm not like
I just
offended.
can't see
I'm not
good.
trying. I don't mean to
No.
offend
No,
you.
I'm not offended.
It's just it is what it is. But like, bro, that's something I don't think about. Is like some people literally can't see.
Yeah.
That's something to
Well, I
think
mean, I
about,
can
man.
see. Yeah. I'm not legally blind. I'm not legally blind.
Like, what would you do if one day you just woke up and there was a black spot in the middle of your eye, like in the middle of your vision, like you close one eye and there's just a black spot, and then over a period of
It rubbed
time,
my eye a lot.
over the period of time, it started to stretch over your whole vision until one day you woke up and you can't fucking see no more.
See, that happens to
I'd-
diabetics.
That happens.
I'd feel around for the
Diabetics
years
have
gone.
That
Uh,
actually happens to
put it
people.
in my
Neuropathy.
Explosions behind their eye. There's
It's like
little
neuropathy
blood
of the.
vessels in there, in the back of
Fucking
the eye, and they fill
retinal.
with blood, and they explode, and it covers the eye, and then you can't see.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
I like to be able to perceive this life, so.
I hope
kinda
that never
cash
happens
me
to me.
out. Yeah, exactly.
Or anyone I care about. For that matter. That's pretty intense.
Well, I've been a diabetic for almost 44 years, and
Yeah, it's a tough.
my eyes haven't shown any signs of that yet. I mean, I've kind of tried to take good care of myself, stay in shape, and exercise.
Yeah, hell
Eat
yeah,
pretty
man.
good, but I
Hey.
eat junk food and I enjoy myself too. And I used to drink a lot, but it's been 13 years since I've touched alcohol or cigarettes, so
When I was a
Yeah.
kid,
things have changed. My eyes are doing good though.
one of the many reasons why I looked up to my pops was that he was a wrestler. And I just remember these photos, him in his suit, and his ear cuffs on, or what do they call them? Shit, I can't remember. I didn't do wrestling like that, but yeah, you were jacked. He was jacked
Yeah.
up back then.
I was in
In
good
those
shape.
young years.
I
I was like, oh man, I always want to be strong like that. Now I got this fucking extra 20 pounds on my gut. It's probably not that much. No, it's not.
No.
No, probably just 15. I could shred a good 15.
Well, I've been sitting on my ass doing nothing for a minimum of 15 years.
I could shed 15
know?
years. I mean,
15 years of no exercise, no work, no physical working, no.
wow. You can't say that. I mean,
Yeah.
physical work.
It's been 13 years since I had my heart attack. My last one was just a couple years ago, but
How old was that?
my big one was 13 years ago. Benny was just born.
Was I there?
You were in Ohio.
No way. I feel like I would have. I don't remember. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
It could have been on one of your times in Ohio where you were just engulfed in chaos.
Yeah, it must have been.
And then it could have been also that push that made you travel when you were 20 to come up and see him. Dun, 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 dun.
Evil.
Uh-oh, the lights changed.
Yeah. A little softer, I think. How do the lights look to you? Like when you don't look at them, are they like stretching or anything?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fun.
also to tie back to the eyesight thing, I did find out recently that I have astigmatism in my left
No
eye.
kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So I do get the fucking, like at nighttime when I'm driving shit, like lights just.
Yeah, Shalon has
Yeah,
one.
I think I have astigmatism as well.
With these glasses, I wear bifocals. At night, I can't drive with them.
Really?
During the day, I'm okay, but at night, the lights hit it and it stretches the lights out and they go crazy and nothing focuses. So I try to bring my old glasses when I drive at night, but because those are just for distance.
Mm-hmm.
So that might help you out, just if you get. Just
Yeah,
something-
different pair.
Yeah, just for distance.
Yeah.
Now, you don't do contacts, right?
I got some. I just need to order some more, basically. But that's the major difference with the contacts is they're like calibrated for the left eye to be, having the astigmatism. Whereas these, I'm about to be 26. I've been going to the fucking eye doctor since I was in 4th grade, and not one of them has once said to me that I have astigmatism in my left eye, and it's hereditary thing. So it's
Yeah,
always
just-
fucking been there.
just-
But
Oh, really?
Yeah. So but yeah, these glasses don't have like whatever. They're not calibrated for that.
Hmm.
The
That's
contacts are.
interesting.
Yeah, Shalon just
Very
went
interesting.
to her eye doctor, and she's doing the contacts, and of course, each one's different
Mm-hmm.
because her left eye is a little on the weaker side for seeing distance. But yeah, it's funny to look at her contacts because that left one is so much thicker, and you can see it in her eye too.
Really.
Yeah,
I
if you look
definitely
hard
think I'm starting to feel these mushrooms. I think I'm feeling it pretty intense right now, actually. It's quite strange.
All right, so back to the beginning
Yeah,
where
but-
you wanted, you're taking them under for knowledge. What do you want to get out of it? Or what are you hoping?
Well, I mean, all I took was just one cap.
Are we bringing knowledge
No.
to us or to our viewers?
Bringing knowledge to everything, I think.
That's that
Everything.
water drop in the ocean we were talking about, man.
All right.
Yeah, it's just a wave I'm going through. I'll come out on the other side just fine.
Yeah.
But,
Nah,
did
you're
I
not
know
alone.
10.
Nothing new. Happens at the campsite all the time.
Oh no, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I just ate the one, right? Yeah.
Shit, how many did I eat?
Yeah, dang it. Nah, I'll be good. It's what it is. It's the beer on top of the
The combo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the copious amounts of
it's like
weed.
that yeast
Yeah.
just making it like hit real hard in the gut.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just going
Or-
through a
Absorb it a lot quicker, maybe a little better.
yeah. Fucking wild, man. Yeah, so you're feeling good, you're not?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
was kind of, feeling a little something fucking odd. I mean, I don't know. It's just you go with it. You just fucking.
Yeah, no. It's I'm not. It's not like
Feels odd.
you definitely just feel different things. That's for sure.
Used to be an alien to me over there.
Where? When?
Where did this little gasket come from?
I don't know. I found that on top of or next to that paper.
Those
the
are,
invoice paper that I found.
They gave us spares.
Oh, that's interesting.
There's a bag I kept putting them in.
Oh.
Yeah, each one came with spares.
Nice.
That's where that came from.
Very goo. Oh, that air
Yeah.
feels so good.
Oh yeah.
Keep getting nice bursts. That's what we need. We need
So,
we need a nice
Sometimes I
tray.
didn't think that the
have a
aliens
tray,
are
but it's
coming
pretty
for
big.
us. I think that we're the aliens and we already came here.
Mm.
And like, if you ever notice Hollywood, they talk every time you see in these like Star Wars, it was in a galaxy far, far away and long, long ago. You know, don't you think they're just talking about us living somewhere else? And it's kind of trying to let us know that, hey, we did live someplace else before we came here. And we came here, and what was here, we took over because we'd already destroyed where we were.
Well, the Pilgrims did that.
I mean, yeah, they're
Yeah, well, what did the
Christopher
Pilgrims
Columbus.
do after they came and destroyed and took
I mean,
over?
that definitely did.
They went back
happen
home,
throughout
right?
history.
Yeah.
Well, where are we going now?
What if we don't have a home to go back to?
But where are we going now?
The last of our people got shot out, and
But
Earth is where we took over.
But where is Elon Musk trying to go and build a place to live? Back
Is
on
it Mars?
Mars.
Yeah, it is Mars.
Back where we've already left a face and artifacts that we're finding by going there and doing this the explorations. You know? Think about it. Think about it. Everything
Artifacts.
goes in circles, right? Everything.
The Fibonacci.
There's
Yeah, we brought that up.
Everything's in patterns. So we're just going back home. That's what I think. And Elon Musk is gonna give us the way to do that. Him and
Elon's an
him
alien.
and his people. We're all aliens. Some of us just have more of the alien DNA in them.
What was the famous phrase?
And those are the guys that get famous and rich and run the world.
What's that?
Oh, what Jen used to always say. There's no such thing as symmetry.
Oh my god. Oh my god. She like we would just be talking, and there was multiple times where
Good-
she
good
would just
person.
say it. Yeah. But there was just multiple times. There was multiple times where he would, or where she would just be like, yeah, well, symmetry doesn't exist, so it's like, what? How? I'm like, it's in everything, and she's like, no, that's just a construct or something like that.
Oh,
I don't even
God.
think she even went that far.
You know why she
No.
didn't think
That's
there was
good for
any
the bathroom.
symmetry? Because one boob was bigger than the other. It was that simple.
Oh, Jesus.
It's that simple, really. It really is. Because that's how simple her mind is.
Yeah, I can definitely see.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
definitely see
Can.
that. Honestly,
There's no symmetry, and she's thinking
Oh.
about her boobs.
we lost
That's
Tyler.
all her brain went to, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a
Yeah.
decent time to take a little bathroom break.
Bathroom.
Stretch it back. It's 5:40.
We'll be back.
See ya.
Time market that. Yeah, I need to.
Do you need to pause this or something?
Change.
Maybe we didn't need a table. Not sure when anything kicked in. It took me
Wanna pause camera?
Excuse me. Yeah.
It took like an hour and a half for mine to kick in last time.
Oh no. Mine says card full.
Again.
Yours is about dead.
Well, take it out, download it into this thing real quick, put it back in.
Yeah. No, yeah, we got tech issues anyhow. He's got to get this thing on charge. Fucking.
I'm
I gotta-
having tech
we gotta
issues.
clear
Yeah, I gotta
space.
get this thing rolling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hurry over.
You gotta get continuity, man. Continuity, man. Yeah. No, it's a choice. I mean, you do what you want to do. I think we're all here for the ride. Do what you want. I'm not gonna make you sit in the fucking back. You know what I mean? Exactly. I mean,
My mic is now on. It was not on.
dude,
good,
quit
good,
turning
good.
it off. You know what? I think I do like the vibe of.
The bucket.
The vibe of
Fuck
fuck.
the fucking vibe.
I like the muffs.
What's wrong with that?
You want to try without the
It's kinda
muffs?
half fun,
I
half
like the
fun.
muffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm sure you can hear everything just well. I mean, I hear everything here just fine.
Yeah.
You
As
know,
long
it's
as I
kinda
talk.
how you arrived, the fuck it vibe.
Terrible, terrible dad joke. I'm sorry. Oh man.
Right after Mother's Day too. I should be nicer.
Doesn't that doesn't chronologically make sense? Because I was born August 31st.
No, we're just doing this right after Mother's Day.
Well, yeah, but I
So
get
I
the
should be being nicer. Probably.
get the correlation. But, wait, what time of year was it? There's at
For
the
what?
end of August. Conception.
Oh, I'm probably around December.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September.
Oh, you're doing. Oh.
Yeah, no, I thought about that before
December.
being August. 'cause
Should have
I'm
been like
man, my
early
Christmas
December.
Yeah, right. Maybe there's like a snowstorm or something. You know what I mean? Like what?
What happens in November? What's going on in November? Nothing. What do you got in November? Thanksgiving?
Well,
Yeah.
I must have been around October. Beginning of June.
Thanksgiving?
Sunday.
Who
you
the
brought up
hell?
some Thanksgiving finale?
Only this guy fills up his gut and he's like, "Bird, get over here."
I need to grab my
Cranberry
turkey.
sauce.
Let's go.
There's more than that turkey that got stuffed.
Hey,
Whoa! Hey, that's my mom, bro.
Hey, you were wondering about when.
Oh shit, that's funny.
When you're a Tyrian, it doesn't matter what day or
Nope. When,
when. Doesn't matter.
where,
What's going on?
why? The why is always questionable, honestly. Let's just be honest. Oh shit. No.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch. How we feeling over there?
pretty cool.
It's been a nice vibe, yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Mushrooms kind of relaxing in.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just a tiny dose, which is why it's blowing my mind. It's because I had like this wild freaking peak, and I wasn't expecting it. I mean, obviously I know what's going on. I'm fully aware. I've been there. I've done it many times. So it's so unexpected for one because of how long ago I ate it, and then for two, like how intense that peak was. Like all of a sudden everything was like really different, and I could hear myself. All right, so here's the headphones, but then I could hear myself like inside my ear. You know that feeling like when you're sick or whatever, and like everything's like, you know what I mean? So like I was like inside my head hearing that and hearing everyone else talk, and I'm like, man, everything. So I'm like keeping up with the conversation, like everything's cool, you know what I mean? But like inside, I'm like, holy cow, this is really hitting me pretty intensely right now, and like not expecting it is weird. That's a weird thing because like, you know, you always go into this stuff knowing, unless it's your first time. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was getting like your first time
Maybe, yeah. 'cause, I was
anxiety
going
there.
through fucking-
That was strange. Maybe I absorbed that. You know, which is funny because there have been a few Wiccans in my day that have told me that I have the power to wash tarot cards. Like there are people, and not just tarot cards, but like artifacts, emblems. There are people who, most people can have the ability to just leave their energy behind. Like anybody leaves your energy anywhere you go. But then there are other people who can, manipulate the energy that's there, manipulate the energy around these objects, things like that. And there are people who can wash them of all these energies prior. And that was a gift that I was told on different occasions that I had. Which is, it makes sense because, like, all throughout, even, like, being a kid, like, I always wanted to help that kid that was, like, outcasted and sad and stuff like that. Like I was always like a sweetheart in that way. You know what I mean? Like I really wanted to take care of people, and or anything. Really. And I'm also a Virgo. You know what I mean? Which is very earthly, very.
Natural caretaker.
Yeah, exactly. So, now it's like making sense of like why maybe I got that. But that was wild to experience because like everything literally like started to. There's like when you really get into mushrooms. I mean, everything has a pattern to it. Like you start to see different effects and shadowing and like and it's all around. You know what I mean? And then you start to become aware of like the energy of everything, and it's very onsetting. So I was kind of getting that. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't right. We took a little bit. But I'm good now. Like I feel elevated. I feel like really, happy and like, kind of giddy.
Sometimes a little's a lot better than a lot,
Yeah.
Isn't that a coincidence? In the beginning, when you're like, oh, just take one. You're not going to feel too much. It's a micro dose. If you get waves or a pattern, that's awesome that you got off one. Look who got it.
Well, no, I was going through, because, like, I was kind of feeling the same type of vibe of, like...
It's funny. I did say that, too.
Trying to distinguish what's real from, like, reality in a minute, because I'm like, okay, well, I don't think I should be feeling this much right now, based on what I'm told. So I was trying to, like, I was in my head, like, just trying to make sense of, just let things wash over and all that. So, that's why I just, like, I don't know, pass it over.
No, yeah, you were definitely... They're from a lab, dude.
Yeah.
Which is definitely like something I should have been warned of, honestly, because like if I would have gone into that, because normally I'll go with, the average walker's dose is, 3 grams, and then there's the heroic dose, which is 5 grams. And I like to average, I'll start off in the 3.5, but I always end up, let's be honest. I always end up eating a little bit more anyway, so I always lean towards that heroic dose. And if I would have done that with these, holy cow! Like I definitely wouldn't. I'm glad that I've done it, like because the last time I ate one, it was I had already eaten food and blah blah blah. I mean I'm just on a couple burgers. I haven't eaten it all today. I've been working. Or, from 6 o'clock, fucking 2:15. Yeah, all that goes into effect, everything, your whole environment and like your day and all that. But yeah, it was wild how that happened. I'm glad that I know now that. Hold on, let me get back to that. Yeah, my bad.
Track.
No, my bad. I lost track. So I'm glad that I know now how effective these things really are. Last time that I had tried one, I was on my way to bed and, I didn't feel it that much. Like I just had a couple like, ooh, that's I'm actually there. Like, oh, cool, and then come back down real quick. It wasn't, anything, but like what I was just experiencing, that was full psychosis. I mean, that was like, holy shit.
Yeah, the first time you had
expecting
your foot in the door. This time you're actually to go through the door.
Yeah, I was
not
like,
far.
My head was moving around. I'm like, wait a minute, wow.
Yeah.
So we're just now back from a break. We took a short break.
Yeah. We've been back for about 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
You guys went somewhere? Holy shit.
To the moon and back.
Dogecoin. Hey, you said to the moon. We got to get that sound sampled. Just Dogecoin. That way, anytime somebody says something about like to the moon, just sound splash that shit. Dogecoin.
Like have one of those soundboard things or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're super cheap. I mean, well, not super cheap. They're like $120 at Best Buy. But I mean, yeah, you just plug it in and you set the sound you want to it. And you get like 8 of them.
Yeah.
Dogecoin.
You can be in charge of that.
The soundboard?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that would be fun. I could do it. I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably piss some people off though. I don't want to. I'd be too tempted. No, actually keep me away from that thing. Let's be honest. Now I'm really thinking about it. Yeah, no. I could probably get annoying with that.
I think you'll do great.
This is fun, huh?
Yeah. So Tyler, how's plants coming?
Yeah, I mean, they're
Here's
coming.
a small update.
They're coming decent. There was a slight hiccup that I'm kind of sad about.
Uh-oh.
Probably gonna cause about a week delay actually.
Oh.
So yeah, I got a new light controller. It was like a couple weeks ago off Amazon. Got it all set up and fucking.
I already know it's
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, whatever happened with. It's hard to explain now because I can't really compartmentalize my thoughts, but yeah, it's fucking like it just fucked up basically. The light thing fucked up.
Yeah.
Like
And,
timing?
Yeah, the time. So
Timing.
yeah, they weren't getting. I mean, it didn't flower them, but you know, it was getting like fucking 14 hours of goddamn sunlight for like 2 weeks. And I came home on my lunch break, you know, because you know, I work like 12 hours a day, and it was just shitty circumstances and how it unfolded with the way I had the light cycle set up. But I came home from lunch one day, and I'm like, just sitting there, fucking about to take my dab, and I look over at the time, like, why the fuck is that light on right now? Like, it was just that, you know, that fucking bullshit moment. But I mean, they're fine, you know. But it'll be about an extra week,
Yeah,
maybe
just a little
two.
offset.
So you know, that was definitely something I wanted to bring up, and you know, obviously pass that along because if it's something that, I mean, I don't know if he just wants to move on or whatever, but you know,
Nah, he'll probably be willing to.
Over
yeah.
a week. I
well,
don't.
no, a week or I mean,
Yeah.
it might be two, but
Well, yeah. I don't think he's gonna be too upset.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, yeah.
Do
it
we
is what
really
it
need
is.
to wait that week? Really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely some.
You got to get it back on track, or
yeah.
else it can come out as like a hermaphrodite.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, you know, there's definitely some negative affects shown from them, and you know, transplant. There's something to be said for transplanting them.
Oh,
You
definitely.
know, as well,
too.
transplant
The shock.
I mean, I hit them with. I have this basically this fungal, you know, this fungus stuff basically, and it's mycorrhizae. It's this type of fungus that forms relationships with the roots, and you hit it with that, and it's, you know, definitely scientifically proven to help with that transplant shock and stuff. But I don't know, it's better safe than sorry.
Hell yeah. Makes total sense.
I started some just for ha-has.
Nice. How's that going?
I started with 30.
Really?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I know I'm gonna lose some.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's true.
I germinated. I did the trick. You know, you leave the seeds in a cup of water.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that sink show promise that they're ready. I lost 3 out of that, so I'm down to 27.
Mm-hmm.
And within 48 hours, they all rooted. Because then I did the wet paper cloth in the dark for 24 to 48 hours. But I ended up going 48. They all rooted, got them planted. They're all a little like inch and a half now.
Okay.
It's going on
Were
like
they just a bunch of bag seeds, or
Yeah.
do you know what they? Okay.
so. I know there'll probably be males. And again, I got friends that are willing to take some. Because
Oh, yeah,
I
sure.
checked with people, like, you know, if I have more than the legal limit, like, take some.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because I expect the males, like I'm saying, and then I have friends that will take, you know, the abundance of whatever females that are left.
I have a buddy that'll probably take, if they're good males, he'll probably take them too. He does, like, he's a sicko with breeding. So if they're
Really?
yeah, if they're shown good, yeah, if they're good cannabis plants, he'll fucking take them.
Like,
Probably.
I don't know any strain, like you said, just straight out of the bag.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, those ones I actually kind of just want to go throw right into earth and just
Mhm.
watch them. Rather, they're not gonna go in the garden bed. A couple of them I might put in a pot.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
They're cheap enough to get some pots.
Yeah. Just get like a 10,
How you doing over there?
20.
Baked.
Mm. On a scale of 1 to 10, how high are you?
I'm about a 7.
Ooh, not bad.
That's pretty. That's up there.
Yep.
That's up there. All right, bust out the big shit.
Get the ball on, come on.
Well, yeah. So actually,
We
I
don't
did.
actually have one in here.
with that issue with the garden being said, I was looking just in case, for some additional seeds. I mean, they're all fine, but I bought some seeds just in case, and I actually came across this one cross. It's called Biscotti Pie. So it's Biscotti crossed with Georgia Pie 29. So Georgia Pie 29 was specifically bred for burner and cookies. With that being said, just the one single cut for a clone is $1,000 of the Georgia Pie 29 right now.
Damn.
So there's like
Jesus.
a very limited amount of people who had this shit at this very fucking point in time.
That's crazy.
Which was like also the other reason I went and bought the seeds, because I'm like, even if just fucking want those,
Yeah.
so I can clone those and spread those around the state and fucking.
Well, get it done, man. Get it done.
Yeah.
Definitely can do it. Dude, this shit right here is fucking.
Yeah, it's good for the bullshit LED that I had, but
I'm good with that.
I mean, the nugs could definitely be a bit denser, but
oh yeah.
you know what I mean.
Hey, he
First
smokes your
run in
weed.
the first run in the house, fucking. Yeah, I smoke. You're
You
right. Sorry, man.
My first round was a girl.
Still have
True,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting in a jar in the basement.
Make butter or something.
Yeah.
Good.
Give it back. I'll make butter.
Okay.
I like making butter. Just like I like growing. I don't smoke that much, but I like growing.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's usually
Oh,
what
do you eat
so-
edibles though?
On occasion.
On occasion.
Yeah.
So why not like just eat them all the time?
I don't like being high all the time like you. Mhm.
Yeah, it's something.
No,
to be said.
see, I don't think it's like being high all the time. It's like I don't know. At some point, it's like that's just what is normal. I think. It's not like all right. No, because I go hours at work without being high.
Yeah.
But it sucks. And then you get on the other side of it and you smoke some weed and everything's good again. Ish. You still have pains, you still gotta, but it fucking helps. Just a little bit of, I'm gonna get through it.
a little push.
So where do you get that in your day now? Because you're not drinking anymore, you don't smoke weed barely, except for the one hit you take here.
Yeah.
So.
But again, I called myself the alcoholic. I maybe have borderline could have had a bigger problem. Yes, I was drinking almost every day, but every day I wasn't getting drunk. Because even
But you were
when I am-
drinking to have that chill, like what I
Taste.
just described, right?
no, I like the taste of beer.
Oh, okay.
But during sometimes it's just I like it too much. And then I'll get a buzz, but that's usually when I cut it off. Except
Yeah.
weekends. Weekends I would go a little crazier. But again,
so,
the
so
seven.
you're telling me if you so what if it wasn't alcohol at all and it was like a seltzer drink? But I'm not no.
That's hard
the-
for me to imagine though.
Okay, but just the taste. You said you like the taste.
Yeah.
All right. So what if you were eating a Snickers bar, but it had the taste of a beer? Would you eat the Snickers bar?
No.
Okay. So if you had another drink that had the same taste as a beer but no alcohol, would you drink it? There was not a single slight difference. No, not bad, different aftertaste, nothing. No excuse.
So a non-alcoholic beer.
Sure.
Because they make those, and they are gross.
Right.
Well, how
Well,
about
it's
if we
kind
get a
of,
good
like,
tasting
unnatural.
one?
No,
I
no,
haven't
no.
found a good tasting one yet.
No, no. Okay, so
You
what
never
I'm
will.
saying is,
Because you know it's got no alcohol in it.
Maybe. But what I was getting to out of the 9 days now I haven't had a drink, it's never struck my mind where I've wanted one. Or I craved one.
well, that's great. That's a good thing. I mean, that's definitely
those
shows
are,
you're
and the
Yeah.
control thing as well. I mean,
Yeah,
like you
for
said,
sure.
you know.
you're definitely in control of
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
That's a great
That's
thing. You were conscious
But
of it
not
too,
alcoholic.
because well,
I did
You're
see
welcome.
loss of control where I did always want one after work.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice comfort thing, like you were saying, taking that hit. Like even taking that first sip can just kind of mellow it out. Just it's a nice taste, the feeling. But doesn't mean I was
I
getting.
kind of smoke all throughout the day, except for like while I'm at work. So.
But yeah, you guys are puffing away on them vapor things.
Well, this is nicotine.
There's always a pacifier, which is a stimulant. You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
it's yeah. We definitely have vices, man.
Oh yeah.
No,
Caffeine.
I
Definitely.
used to smoke cigarettes constantly all day long. No matter what I
Man,
was
imagine living
doing, I was
vice
smoking
free.
cigarettes.
It's hard.
Not a
hard to
single
do.
thing tying you
So were you
to that
a 1-pack or a
particular
2-pack?
moment.
Oh,
You know what
I
I mean?
only smoke a pack
Hard
a
to
day
do.
because I wouldn't smoke once I went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't smoke. Once I went to sleep, I wouldn't smoke. I'd get up and then I'd smoke. But I wouldn't get up in the middle of the night and go and have a cigarette. I wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'd actually wait like 20 minutes or so after I woke up in the morning.
Yeah,
have
after
a
you
cigarette.
died,
Yeah, same.
every single
But then-
morning woke me
I
up.
got to the point where I couldn't breathe. I was choking every morning, coughing, hacking. And then, you know, heart attack.
That's a weird
and
thing to go through too. Waking up to fucking.
I still didn't quit.
Yeah.
Then my wife's grandfather walked up to me, got in my face. This old man told me I was weak. And he walked away from me. And he left me standing there with my jaw hitting the floor going,
Yeah, I can imagine.
that's one thing I am not. And he's calling me weak because of this fucking cigarette. I'm not weak. And I threw him away. I haven't touched one since.
Good for you.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I refuse to be called weak. There's not a thing on this planet that is stronger than me, or you, or you, or you. Nothing. We can control
It's the will.
everything here.
The will.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, very true.
We're in control. God gave us control here. We can control anything we want. We can make
Well,
our
we-
lives the way we want it. We can have in our lives what we want in them.
That's why in the Bible they say, you know, God created us in His image, because we are. I mean, that's literally saying that you are every bit. I mean, they say it in different scriptures as well, is that you are every bit of as God is of Himself, and you know your body is the temple of God, and your mind. You know, there's just all these different symbols to prove exactly what He's saying. Yeah, even through like the religion that we were kind of casted and grown up in. You know, Christianity has been the major influence for a long fucking time. So, you know, speaking to anybody who's grown up in that like-minded influence, I mean, it's something to be aware of. You know. It's why like people who you know pick up like older religions, they like stick to it so hard, you know, because it's like that's those religions fought through a lot to make it out on the other side of the Christian wars. So much blood was shed back in the pursuit of God.
The Crusades and all that
Yeah,
shit.
it's crazy. It's a
I
crazy thing
imagine
to
their
think about.
mind.
I don't get that. It's like, how can on one hand you say you have all these these ways of life, but then on the other hand, like, you know, I get yin and yang, but everyone has a choice.
Yeah.
That's why ego is cancer in consciousness. I'm gonna say that forever. It really is. Don't you think you're gonna better yourself, or you're better from anything else? You're different from anyone else. Yeah,
More baked than anybody else.
man.
True.
Yeah, it's getting dry over there.
No, actually.
No. Yeah, it's wild. All the
Wild.
different concepts that we get.
It's a wild ride.
Yeah. You know, I watched Da Vinci Code last night.
Did you?
Yeah, that's a
Good
really
movie.
good movie.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie, man. You know, every time you watch something, you take something, like you see the same thing, but you take something different from it.
Mm.
You know, like it means a little more to you.
Or
Get
makes
a
you
different
think.
understanding.
You used to say to me all the time, you're like, no, I'd be like, Dad, watch this movie again with me. You're like, no, I'll watch it again in 10 years. And I never understood it. Now it makes sense. Because you're not going to see nothing different if you keep watching it in repetition, but you give yourself time to grow, and then you come back to something. Then you'll be able to take something else from it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look at it a different way.
Yeah.
Makes you think a little bit, opens up another door in your mind. Rather than just repetitively watching it for entertainment.
Can't wear this fucking headset.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like
This is the
just
vibe.
having it.
Everybody's off with the headset. I'm putting mine back on.
Not me. Standing strong.
the
I like
sound,
them.
Right?
just
That's
for
what I
us.
told
Just
you.
give you a good sound. but
There is a
It's
moment.
kind of comfortable
Yeah.
without
coming
it.
out.
you know,
is
Yeah.
but-
Holy
Hello,
shit.
kid.
Oh, there's the kitty. That's our friend. He hasn't been around in a while. It's been a couple episodes. We usually have the door shut.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
kitty. How are you?
For my dad and the fans, his name.
Oh yeah. Well, his name is Smooshy.
Smooshy?
Yeah. He's the deaf cat.
Smooshy.
Smooshy the deaf cat.
He's deaf.
Well,
No,
I
he's,
don't-
he's
He just acts deaf.
no, he's
is he
like-
though?
a vet.
Like,
Yeah,
fuck you,
he's
Hannah.
100% deaf.
Is he though? All right, so there's like this cat definitely has a different sense, other than
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
something that we
Well,
don't.
his other senses.
It's a
are
sense that
heightened.
like maybe we don't notice. I mean, he looks right at me.
Yeah, no,
You know
he's
what I
deaf,
mean? Like he doesn't do that to you when you call for him.
no.
He doesn't know you're there. Like you
Well, I
walk
mean-
up on him.
Oh yeah, I can walk up on him dead in his sleep. I do
He
it
has
every
no
single day
idea
when I
you're
come home. Yeah, every single day when I come home. He's in his
Walk
bed,
close
passed
enough.
out.
Huh.
And I
Just
stand
Maybe
above
it's just
him
because
for,
he's
like,
alert.
2 minutes. Yeah, it's exactly. But yeah, when he's passed out, I stand above him for like 2 minutes every day. Cause it's funny when he'll freak out and he does the same meow, go just freak out as soon as he sees me. I'll just stand there for like. It's not until I'll like touch my toe on the bed or like just that, like he can feel like the vibration.
Oh yeah.
And then as soon as that vibration hits, he's like, "Oh, who the fuck's here?" But yeah, no, I sneak up on him.
That's awesome.
Every day.
Those are kind of warm.
No, no, just let's go put them back in.
They're warm on your head.
He said hello. And
Yeah,
that was enough.
making
Let
his
me pat
rounds.
him
Oh,
on the-
oh, oh,
kitty.
There goes the light.
Light down.
Easy, nice pretending.
He didn't-
Nah,
He didn't mean to do it. You know, he was just like, hey, kind of tangled up here. Cats are not the most graceful
Yeah, man, come on.
creatures.
You're gonna pick up the light.
Oh, you want me to pick it up?
You're gonna make our fucking guest do it, you piece of shit.
Oh, I can't
Wow.
Look, I'm too old to bend
I
over.
can't believe that right now.
The
Jesse,
audacity.
the audacity, my guy. You're gonna make our guest lean over and pick. This is our elder as well. You piece
I didn't
of shit.
notice he was going for it. I would have just left it.
No, it's needed.
Yeah.
Brings the.
Ah! Blinding!
Well, yeah, don't look at it. There's 150 LEDs in there, my guy. I don't even think it's that many. I think it's like 60. 120 with the pack. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, is that what it
60
is?
each. I just never looked to find out. I'm like, no, I know it's gonna burn. I don't even care. You know, I don't even think there is a feeling. But like the just looking at it and like seeing it and everything. Oh, I hate that.
Oh yeah.
What a bright light.
Yeah. And you like close your eyes and it's still right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when it kind of just like burns the inside of your retina real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my glasses at work broke, and they're ordering me some new ones. But fucking, I just got to stand there with, these LEDs, rows and rows and rows.
That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
I mean,
That's fucked
as
up.
much. I mean, they gave me another pair, but I don't really fuck with them. It's like I can't really see what I'm doing and shit until the other ones.
Your
come
good
in.
ones come in.
Yeah, because they got like these good ones that clip on. but,
Nice.
yeah, they ended up breaking because they're kind of flimsy. So like maybe get some better ones.
They're not charging you for it, right?
No.
Oh, then fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you tell them to order two?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So,
should've.
order one for now and for the next time I gotta call. 'Cause,
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. I mean, they should.
So how'd they break? You
well,
drop
they're
them?
just like in these. Well, we have like these packs we carry around, and so usually we're in a room, we'll like clip them up, and I don't know if someone like hit my pack with the ladder. I don't know, whatever happened, but I fucking go to put them on, and they're just snapped in two.
No.
Like, just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I mean,
That sounds
the
like a
lights are
shitty
fucking
gig.
bright as hell. I can't even.
Yeah, are all
I
the
can't even
walls like
fathom
white?
How many, yeah, it's all white. I can't even fathom how
Ooh.
many actual watts of LEDs are in each room.
So, Pops, what'd you do for work when you were your early 20s? What was your first job that you like really took serious, like took to heart? That's a good question.
Very
What-
good.
I'm learning here
Every job that I ever had, I put my all into.
too. Well, fuck. All right, just make it simple, dude.
All right. I worked hard at every job. Didn't matter,
Yeah.
But the thing I liked to do most was landscaping. I didn't get into that until I was, I was already middle age.
I can definitely feel that. I definitely love landscaping as well. It's just something, but there's like a freedom into it. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't do it working under somebody else though.
Hey, you have
I have to work on I have to be in charge of that. Like I just have my own vision. My whole life, I've seen how this went. Just fuck. No, I'm kidding.
Even when you own the company, the customer's still in charge. So.
Exactly. That's
Very true.
exactly. But there's, obviously a way. Even sometimes
Yeah.
you got to direct the customers and like, all right, that's what's gotta happen.
You guide their decisions.
Yeah. Educated guesses.
Yeah.
We got a lot of educated guesses around. No. What was when you were my age? It was good jobs back then.
Oh God. Well, when I was your age, I was wrestling and I was doing karaoke.
Yeah.
I did karaoke 7 nights a week.
Nice.
And,
Paid gigs?
oh yeah, anywhere from 75 to 150 bucks a night. And back then,
Freaking
that was good money.
Yeah. No, that's
you
awesome.
know.
Do that for 7 nights a week.
I drank a lot. I
Let's
don't
be honest.
remember.
Hey,
the
IRS ain't listening
I don't remember being sober very much back then.
Yeah.
IRS
But-
didn't get that money. I didn't sleep a lot either. I worked and had 3 kids to take care of. So
Mhm.
it wasn't a lot of sleep. It was a lot of fun. Doing the wrestling part. That was
Yeah. What was that like?
That was.
Who'd you wrestle?
That was a lot of.
When'd you get into wrestling?
lot
How
of
old were
fun.
you?
God, I think it was 26. No, I was training with guys that were 18, 19, 20 years old. So I was the old man in the group. And I was the smallest guy in the group. So I got used a lot as a punching bag, as the test dummy. And
It's kind of
'cause
messed up.
I kind of knew more than they knew on how to do the moves without getting hurt.
Yeah. Right.
Anybody can give somebody a clothesline, but to do it without hurting that guy, without actually taking this guy's head off, is different.
Yeah. Hey, you don't
Um,
want to actually like impact, right?
You don't want to hurt your fellow you're working with in the ring. You want to put on a show, and that's what it is. You're putting on a show, just like 2 actors on a stage trading lines. But my lines were punches and kicks and drop kicks and elbows and
It's pretty cool. So who'd you wrestle for? Like how'd you was that like just
yeah, it
something
was,
out of West Virginia or
it was,
where were you?
United States Championship
many
Wrestling
questions.
out of Pennsylvania. The owner was Salvador Conte. It was quite a while ago.
What was your wrestling name?
Crazy, but I used my son's name, Damian Kingsley.
Yeah.
And my finisher was the DK, the death kick. You know,
That's pretty
when you jump 13 feet above the ring and you kick a guy in the head when you come down, you know, it's pretty much a death kick. You know?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I wanted
I
to
see that in like Mortal Kombat.
yeah, I mean, but that was a big my big move was, you know, I fly off the top rope. I didn't just jump off it. Like you see the guys throwing elbows now off the top rope, or they do a backflip even. A backflip is like the highest you're gonna see them get off of there, except for the one guy who's in the Street Profits right now. He gets some extreme height. But I used to get height like that back in the 80s.
Well, they had different rope too back then. That shit was
90s.
like steel.
And
Yeah, it was like
guys weren't flying that high, you know. But it wasn't what they were looking for. I did it for a year and a half. I beat myself to hell. I got bad knees. I got bad elbows.
you're diabetic too, man.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a
it
fucking
was
crazy toll to put on your body.
Mm.
type 1 diabetic since I was 8 years old. And I've done things that most people that don't fight diseases haven't done.
Yeah, man. You've overcome a lot, that's for sure. I mean, I say it all the time. I wouldn't be who I am without you definitely guiding me along the way, for sure.
I would say the same about my father.
Oh, we'll definitely have him on here too.
Yeah.
We'll have to address our etiquette a little bit. No, he's a great dude. But no, yeah, man. It was, a lot of times I didn't know what was gonna happen next, but somehow you got through it. We were leaving Ohio, hitchhiking. Well, not hitchhiking, but we broke down.
Car broke down.
Yeah, car broke down. So we ended up there was this one night where I can't remember absolutely everything that happened or led up to this moment, but I just remember, wrapped up in this blanket and laying down on a picnic table, and he was walking off into the woods to find wood to make a fire or something, and I just remember being like, "What the fuck?" I have no idea in the world where I am. My dad's walking into the darkness. I'm on this fucking random picnic table. But we got through it. I mean, shit. I couldn't imagine it being in your shoes, like being a father now, like just being stuck in fucking the middle of nowhere with my son. That's God fucking damn,
Gotta
dude.
do what you gotta do, you know.
Yeah, dude. That's something that you can't train that to people. That's just something you have or you don't. Move easy.
Choking me up there.
Sorry, but yeah, that's just something you have or you don't. It's fucking tough. But hardship creates that. You can't get there by growing up this nice fancy life and having everything handed to you. It just
You don't have appreciation for
doesn't
it, that.
doesn't work. Like you can have instilled in you hard work and hopefully, I mean, it depends on the people you have around you, really.
You
But
never know what you can go through until you go through it.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, that's true.
I didn't know what I was gonna do back then. I just kept going and going and going. Refusal to give up.
And that's what's amazing about humanity. It's like no matter what, there's somebody out there very similar who's made just a different decision. You know what I mean? One different decision. And that's what it is. Consciousness experiencing itself through an infinite fracture of personalities. And if we can all share those experiences and learn from them, we could all unite in a truly like a totally different way. Totally different way.
Probably be more at peace.
Oh, there would be, you know, like Nirvana. You know, not just the band. I mean, like the feeling of Nirvana, tranquility. But across, so you know, when people have like their first real intense, not real intense, but like their first good psychedelic experiences, you know, one common thing that comes across people's minds is that, you know, if everybody in the world could do this, like everything would be cool. Like we could all hug and laugh and everything would be fine. Like why can't everybody just do this at once? I definitely thought that, and I've, you know, heard other people definitely have that thought. So I don't know where I was going with that. I'm like really opening up my eye right now. I'm like starting to.
Do you ever want to set up a booth in the center of town, or just stand there with a sign next to you that says free hugs, and see how many people come and get a hug?
I've never thought to do that, but no, that would be actually pretty cool to experience.
Yeah.
Just, you know, like fuck a YouTube video, fuck watching somebody else do it. You
don't
do it.
have nobody film you. Just do it, and just.
I'd probably film it.
You know.
I mean, you gotta film. It's content, bro. We put that up.
Yeah. It
You
is,
know what I
but
mean? Clickbait. No, I'm kidding.
Just for-
I'm sorry.
Just for the experience, man. Just to put
Yeah.
the love out there.
Well,
Yeah,
just
that'd
like
be
what
pretty
a
wild.
few years ago or a couple years ago when there was that uprise, you know, the list of bad dogs, you know, pit bulls were on them.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember
Always.
one year that stuck in my head that a lot of clips were coming up that people were having out in public, just to see how many people would actually
Yeah.
pet their dog or let their dog kiss them or this
I
and
think
that.
I do remember that whole
Yeah.
that whole craze.
So
'cause
it would be
I was
like one of
pretty
those
upset, too.
experiences, like see
Yeah.
how much humanity is actually out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially
it's-
now
it's a-
with the big pandemic supposedly coming to an end.
Oh
You
shit!
know. So
How many people
how
will
many people are gonna come up to you and give you a hug?
break that 6-foot barrier?
You know, free hugs. Hey, I'm not asking for anything. All I want to do is give you a hug.
Right.
You don't even have to hug me
Oh,
back.
that's a great idea.
But let me
try it.
give you a little bit of love.
Try it.
Somebody might be like, "This guy is a pervert," you know. He just wants to touch people, you know. But no, that's
Well, that could be
That is
someone's
possible. Yeah,
ego.
Definitely, people would. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of fucked up people out there that'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this guy's fucking weird."
yeah.
But then again, that's that cancerous ego. That's
Yeah.
that like.
that's the
Yeah, but
There-
if you're
there's
like,
they're stuck in their
don't worry about that shit,
Yeah,
man.
They're
it's all
stuck-
passing
Yeah.
too.
Just feel that love, man. If you want to feel that love, then you've got to feel that love, man. Like this. And who knows? You might not feel any love. Maybe nobody comes up for a hug. But then all the same, like you learn something from that experience.
maybe like the cat. They stand off for a moment, and then after checking you out, they do come over and give you a hug.
they're reading you.
Yeah, I had a real hard weekend. I had to take my cat Snuffy. Yeah. It was tough to watch her go through the pain.
Rest in peace.
Definitely.
Shout out to Snuffy.
Shout out. She was an awesome cat.
Yeah,
Friendly
yeah,
soul.
cat.
I don't want to go back through the mourning phase here. I went through that already. That's something. Like reflecting on how I handled that was actually like really. I don't know how to judge it yet, because like I knew what was happening all the way up to it, so like I held up my emotions for that, for when the day actually came, and then when the day came, I let them out to the point to where I was exhausted, like I was beat, like I felt physically drained, like I couldn't even all I could do is like hold conversation and just try to do anything but go back to that spot.
Yeah, I was there. I stopped by. Yeah, I saw, you were drained, like you're saying, exhausted. Even snapped me after you're in bed, just like, ugh.
I just have like a weird thing with emotions, because like I never really knew how to I never knew what to do with them. You know what I mean? So like now that I'm open to experiencing my emotions, I don't know, like now that I'm having them, what the hell's happening? What's going on? Like I'm analyzing it so much that I don't know where to judge it. I don't know where how to move with with that knowledge. Like, dude, like this is something that we both do. We cry when we sing. What is that? Like, what are we triggering? Like, what is it about that note, about that vibration, about the lyric? Like, what is it that triggers that full-blown emotional response? That emotional response is emotions are a side effect of, your ego, right? So, like, where in there what's that triggering? Like, what happened somewhere else, or like what did that teach to somewhere in my brain to make me go there during that, every time it happens? You know what I mean? It's definitely something to look into. That's very conscious of those kind of things. Kind of the overthinker, I think. Yeah, we've been at this a good while.
Yeah.
It's almost been an hour since our last break. 50 minutes.
Yeah, 48 minutes.
I like these.
Oh.
There's the good buddy making his appearance. Almost. He ain't little. There is nothing little about that cat.
No.
That's a big cat, man.
He makes commotion when he moves.
Is that 5 gum? You bought a bundle of 5 gum?
Yeah.
Let me get one. I have never seen anybody buy a pack of gum like that. That's a pack of packs, bro.
Yeah, he's the plug for real.
Bro, you got
35 sticks. Holy shit.
All right, yeah, maybe we don't let them all the way up.
Class.
Maybe we don't let them all the way up.
Hold on, I'm doing one thing at a time.
Come on down. Just nudge you the direction you know you're going. Come on. Okay, come over here.
He's like, when you're not here, I defecate on this table.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he's
Facts? Facts? What you mean facts, bro? You come in here and find some shit. You give me one?
You want two?
What kind of demon are you, bro?
You
You tried to make my dad bend down. You
He's
tried to
trying to
make
get
our
you hooked.
guest,
I never
Fix our
met
light.
somebody who
You tried to
wanted
make our
2
guest fix
pieces
our
of
light.
gum.
and now you're trying to hand me one stick of gum.
Sorry, I
Just
didn't
get
know
you
this guy
Who
wants
only
more
eats
than
one stick?
me.
You got a little mouth, man. I've never heard of somebody who only eats one stick.
Now you have.
That's like only eating one pussy, dude. Come on.
Bro, that's the part of you that is Jewish. You know that?
there.
You're like, no, I can savor this.
Yeah.
If I only eat one, you fucking Jew.
I only need one.
Ding!
Your beer's gonna taste like shit now,
I don't care. I barely even. I went through like a phase, right, where I was like, you know what? I don't need that right now.
though.
I went back to it a couple times just to reaffirm. I double checked, triple checked. Now I'm sure.
You don't need it?
I don't need it. I don't need it. How you doing,
Nah.
Jesse?
Tired, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seem tired. You had a long day. What'd you do at school today?
Babysit.
Mm.
But I'm babysitting and trying to finish our real customer jobs. Because customers want their shit back. So when the students don't want to put in the effort and learn it to finish it, I got to step up.
Damn.
Hey, Pringles over there. What are you doing? I was like, here's this. I'm like trying to listen to my man talk.
Time for
Russ-
some peanut butter crackers.
Russing around this plastic.
Nah, but school's back full time. I put in the 7 hours there. I don't do 3 to 4 at 1812 after. Get home, hopefully by 7 or a little after 7. Then there's Cam. Still gotta be somewhat of a stepfather to him and stuff.
What, tonight?
No, just why I'm exhausted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, that's life. I was just
Yeah.
talking about today. I don't need you to fucking spot your diaries right here, bro.
Fuck you.
I'm just kidding. Oh, man.
No, today was a good day. I kicked out 2 kids. 1 kid came back.
Yeah?
Yep.
What do you... Wait, hold on.
I ain't having it.
Oh, what do you mean? You kicked them out of class?
Yeah.
You sent the kid to the principal?
Isn't that what?
You sent... My bad. You sent the kid to the principal?
Dean of students, but yes.
Excuse me. How does this work nowadays? There's like
BS
a
is really
chain
how
of
it
command. Like, where the fuck is the principal? Why is there a dean of students? Is that like the
They've always
highest
had
kid
it.
with? Is it
No,
the kid with the best GPA?
Administration is broken up into their own categories for what they cover are in
Do you know
and
this?
or are in
Yeah, I
charge
went
of.
there.
Oh. It wasn't
Where
like
you-
this at my vocational school.
No, you had a principal, and
The-
we had a principal. His name
The
was
vice
Bear.
principal is
He was
usually
short.
like the dean of students.
That guy. He was funny.
Okay.
They would cover that side of it.
All right, this isn't rocket science, I know. So
Hmm.
let me just get past all the minutia. So what? They just go in, they're like, "Hey, he was being a dick. I'm not doing nothing wrong." Then they walk back into class.
Oh, typically you should know students, but
Yeah.
they come down, they get my side of the story.
Okay.
They're not obeying, they're not doing what they're doing. They won't stay off the cell phone. That's big,
Therefore, they can kick rocks.
and I ain't having it. Yep.
It's just, I can't imagine how different like how you are at school. Like, I couldn't imagine dealing with you as a child. Like, or being like,
You being the child and
I couldn't imagine it. Like, isn't that wild? Like, there's a lot of things that like where I can put myself in your shoes, but that's one I just find so weird. It's like, how do you like differ from like how do you like professionally deal with the people in the school industry and then come out on the other side, you?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, this is what our schools have come to. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Right.
I just have to clean up my language typically. Kinda. I don't like
You don't have to like talk
You
proper.
can't see him being an
I
authority
don't
figure
like treating
over kids and them actually listening to him.
Well, no, not that. I mean like dealing with the
Dealing with the
the
other
whole
teachers
the
and all that.
bureauctic the
That's the
the
easy
bullshit.
part. That's
Like
the easy part, isn't it?
No.
Come on. I'd rather deal with them than the kids.
I'd rather deal with the kids, and that says a lot.
Wow. I guess schools have changed.
Yeah. Diplomas are not earned anymore. They're passed out like participation trophies.
So you don't have to like you don't like There's nothing you change about your personality when you're at school.
I'd still have to.
Okay,
Have to
now,
be careful.
but what are you changing is what I'm asking.
The
What are
topic,
the changes?
topics I talk about. I try to teach more than just working on cars. Because
Right,
this
no,
is their
I get
last,
that, yeah.
I don't want to say too much, just to protect me. But it's their last footstone into the real world.
Right.
So I'm also trying to like tell them like, look, I get you have an IEP type of things. That disappears. When challenges come about, like I give them my experiences during what I've taken out of hard times. My thought process to try to get out of them, whether I repeat them until I learn, but it's still trying to break into their mind more than just how to fix a car.
Yeah,
Like
mean,
I don't.
Throwing in some
we
life
all-
lessons along the way.
we all have like those teachers
To
that
help 'em
stand
out.
out. I can
Yeah,
definitely
I
see
don't
you're
like
one of those.
being that teacher that is just following 100% of their infrastructure just to get the paycheck.
Well, my experience having attended that school is kind of a lot of people there just for that.
Yeah, there is a lot of support in those types of teachers, I guess you could say.
Like when you think about most of your teachers though, do you remember them being like so disconnected from the reality that you lived in?
Back in the mindset of a teenager, I think I thought that,
Yeah,
but
for
now
sure.
that I grew up, it's like, oh shit.
They go,
Now that I'm
like
also
he's-
on
Well,
that
yeah.
side of the fence.
They're
So-
normal fucking
that
people.
he's crying in his car.
But
They're
I
just
can
like
also
me.
try to bring back there, because I finally have a takeaway from it being on the other side of the fence. Because they're all surprised, like, we have a podcast. I'm like, yeah, guys, I have a life too. And then
Oh,
there's always
shit.
those times,
Yeah.
like, they see me in, like, Chesterfield. They're like, what are you doing in Chesterfield? I'm like, I've been on this earth a little longer than you. I had my license before you. I think I've seen a few more places than you by
Yeah,
now.
but as kids, no matter how smart you think you are, like you can't imagine that.
But it's
like, that's
cool.
just something that's
It's cool to look at
lurking
it
around the
on this
corner,
side of the
yeah.
fence, though. It's
Yeah.
cool because it's like,
Yeah, it
man,
is.
I did think like that.
Mhm.
now. Wait a minute.
But then you want to break it down a little bit for their better good, to be a little more prepared.
Now here we are, a guy who would have graduated in 1987 from the same school that you now teach at.
Mm-hmm.
When I went there, they didn't have a teaching shop that was under the age of 40 years old. They
right,
didn't.
your teachers were
They didn't.
disconnected.
No,
Like,
the
from-
teachers were all people that had been in the field, out in the fields working for 20 or 30 years
Yep.
before they could become a teacher. Okay? Now,
That makes sense. Yeah, teaching was like a retirement thing back in the day. Like
Yeah. they really were retiring
Mm-hmm.
when they became teachers.
Yeah.
Now, they'd teach for 10, 15 years and get a big pension from their first job and then from teaching,
Yeah.
so they could have a nice life.
Yeah.
So they wanted us to learn, but they taught us by the books.
Well,
It
they're also.
wasn't- we didn't get a lot of that. A
Well,
lot of-
well, this is a
we
different
didn't get
thing.
much
It's like
of what Jesse tries to do and help them on the outside, you know, and teach them other things other than just the shop work.
I mean, let's be
you
real.
know.
All your books were pretty much just writing about what you did anyway.
Let me say something.
You get it?
But
right now, what you did.
Let me-
Not that old.
I know.
Let me say something, because times have changed. We all
Yeah.
understand that. It was nice back and then for your aspect, because the parents typically taught the life skills. The schools being not all, sometimes, not all. In the schools at that point, we're trying to teach you the hands-on skills for the vocations, because
Yeah.
those retired techs were looking to help teach the new ones that would replace them.
Yeah.
But now in today's society, we gotta babysit and try to teach at the same time.
Let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
there's a huge difference in the mechanics that you had back then as well. Like, it was really simple. everybody used the same material. It wasn't broken down material. It was like I'm sure you guys deal with
We didn't have
recycled
computers
shit.
to deal with to tune a car. It was a screwdriver.
Yeah,
That's how you tuned a car. You got your screwdriver out,
Right.
and you went to the carburetor
Yeah,
and
there
you
wasn't-
adjusted it here a
There
little
was
bit.
no
and
plug
there.
in the computer
And-
and OBD2
and now-
sensor. And,
Yeah, now you got to be a computer whiz
yeah.
just to know what the heck the car's doing. You know,
Yeah, there's a lot.
So,
you know,
times have changed
technology
all the way
is
around.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is my teachers didn't give a shit if I was okay on the inside, or they didn't give a shit. They just wanted me to learn what was in the books, and that was it. And to give me my grade, push me through.
Yep.
All right. And if I didn't get the grade, they did hold us back then. It wasn't we got to make our quota, you know. But they
Yeah,
didn't
that-
give a
that
shit
no
what was
kids
going
left
on in
behind
our
thing.
own lives. They didn't
wild.
care about, well, this kid's got a problem with this, so maybe I could teach him how to deal with that. No, they cared. Did he learn the book? That was it. That was our life. You know? I'm glad that teachers like you are coming around,
For
Yeah.
sure.
are teaching the kids how to deal with life, not just this is how you turn a wrench.
Yeah.
You know? It's
Yeah, but
it
are you
makes a big
Do
difference.
you like crack jokes and stuff with your kids? Do you like?
Yeah.
You like still like just kind of hanging out, but with kids?
Yep. It's weird.
Alright. See, that makes sense. Like I can definitely see you like going in and just hanging out with them.
Because
trying
also
to guide them along the way. I couldn't see you going in and like,
trying to be a boss.
all right, here we go.
No.
That's what I was trying
No.
to get at. Like, what do you change about your personality?
Well,
You know what I mean?
also, like, in order to kind of connect, you need to make the connection. You're hanging out. They need to somewhat learn you. You learn them. That does help. But in a small ideal is if I can show them, like, when there's times to do everything, whether you need to get serious to get work done or you can lay back. We can hang out. We can have good conversations. We can joke around. We can have deep thought. What's going on in life? How are things? Type of thing. But when push comes to shove, when it's time to work, we need to work.
Right.
Because at times like now, I'm hopping around each student, just checking up because I still have to do my job, but I'm also still physically working to get these jobs out.
Yeah, it's something that the generations now are extremely losing. Is that button to like, no matter what, you gotta fucking get it done. Like you gotta work.
At
Yeah,
some
man.
point in time, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta put in the work. You gotta earn your shit.
It's kind of like the epitome of my school experience of like, it's just like start off by getting A's and then fucking slack off, and it's just like the end of the year grind of having to get all your grades back up so you don't fucking stay back and be that one person that does. I mean, it's like,
Yep.
I mean, there's no like hand holding like, oh no, we'll just pass you through. It's like, you gotta fucking just put your shit together and fucking get those A's and
Mm-hmm.
you know move on.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely I mean the world's getting better. It's pretty far away from it right now. I mean we're dealing with a lot of crazy stuff in the world, but ultimately I think it's on the right path. I mean we always go back through history. There's statistically less murder, less overall negative out there. But I mean right now we're seeing more of it because technology, and I feel like I sound like a broken record right now because this is what I'm just hearing like all the podcasts I've heard other people say this.
Want to get rid of the negativity? Shut off
Yeah, like
all your internet.
you
shut
don't
off
need-
your TV.
you don't
Shut
need
off
that
your
extra
radio.
we don't have to do that either. You
Sit
just
out
gotta.
in the woods and enjoy nature.
That's the best. That is the best.
Then all of the negativity in the world will go away.
Being
In-
present.
In your world. It's still out there. There are some people that choose to just go off, live in their world, and then there are some people that want to help out and help spread. Maybe throw a little change in there.
got it.
I'm saying the only way you can get rid of all the negativity in your life is to shut everything down.
Yeah.
It's the only way. Can everybody do that? No. I can't do it, but I can do it for a weekend. I can do it for a couple days.
Yeah,
I
camping would
can
be nice.
reset myself, and then I can come back to society and go, I'm okay now. I'm not gonna blow up because I didn't reset. You know.
Yeah, having outlets definitely.
Don't get me
Everybody needs them.
wrong. I love technology.
We're always-
I love all of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The places it's gonna take this world, we can't even imagine. But it's good for humans as a flesh and bones. We need to step away from all of this and reset, even if it's just for a day.
Yeah. No, I mean I can agree with that. It's just in doing so you gotta like do it with a purpose. It's one thing to just take off and go out there, but if it's the whole world doing it, the whole day a reset.
A whole day of reset.
I feel
Wouldn't
like
that be beautiful if everybody just stopped working and went out in the woods and sat down in a little 2-foot square wood somewhere. Just sat there. Just breathe.
I think a whole day of that would be kind of boring.
No, just
I mean,
Bring
but
some weed.
let's be honest. I mean, just a moment alone, like just a unified moment.
Mhm.
That's something that the world isn't. There was a feeling that you experienced on 9/11. The whole world, like
Yeah.
even. I mean, yeah, there were definitely a lot of people on the planet that didn't feel that feeling.
Mhm.
They had no idea what was existing or what was going on in New York. But the energy changed. Enough people knew to where the whole fucking world was affected. The energy of the whole, everybody felt that shit. Even people who had no idea what was going on were like, huh, must be a fucking blue moon coming or something.
Yeah, right.
And must be a full moon. That's what it is. Something like that. You know what I mean? Throwing their fingers up in the air, like, yeah, it's gonna rain tomorrow. Something's coming. But that everything is just energy. You know what I mean? We're all. So to imagine that, but like everybody having just that unity, that one moment of unity. That's what I was talking about earlier. You know what I mean? If we could all trip together.
Isn't that why some religions spend that one time to pray?
Aha.
Ah,
Full
Very
circle.
good.
Jesse.
Very good comeback there.
Brought it first.
Well, I
full
guess
circle.
there were. Yeah. Very nice.
Allows
Very
that time,
nice.
right? Reset.
It's a fucking answer. See, this is growth. This is exactly why.
Here's another thing
This is
about that.
exactly why I wanted to be here and do this. This is growth. This is like, you know what I mean, through conversation,
What's
through.
louder, the lead singer or the choir?
Well, I mean, what's?
What
Are
is
you talking?
louder, honestly, the singer, the single singer, or a choir?
Do we got mics?
No, just what is louder, a single singer?
I'm
or
going
a
with the
choir?
single singer.
I'm going with the choir.
I'm going with the choir too, and this is why we go to churches. And
The man wanted his
mosques
answer, so I gave it to him.
I know. I know.
to
That's why I did it.
pray together.
God says, to your point, God says, when 3 or more are gathered in the, Holy Spirit, I am present. Yeah.
See, I went
Unity.
with
The shared emotion.
I went with
Like
the
energy
single
too, you're
singer
back.
because those people go to church to listen and hear somebody.
Yeah, but
Because your question was,
physics,
who is
obviously,
louder?
a choir is going to be louder than a single singer because there's more than one person singing. So you're creating more decibels.
See, I wasn't going at the loudest decibels. I was going at how many
No,
people
we
may
were
actually
talking. Yeah,
hear.
no, I just brought it back full circle, metaphysically, physically, whatever,
It's there.
spiriphysically,
I'm just sharing my thought process.
transformaphysically.
Any more in the bank?
Dude. There's a lot of wild stuff going on now. let's leave it.
You
at that.
don't say.
A lot
Yeah.
of unirrelevant shit going on.
Yeah, there really is. Dogecoin fell again. Fucking. They backed him into a corner, man, on SNL. They didn't back him into a corner. They like set him up for that. It's a hustle.
The whole thing, the whole concept of like waiting for one man to like propel a currency. It's like, so if we're talking, if like Dogecoin
Well,
or
it's
any
not
of these
just
currencies
him.
are a stock, but that's what a lot of people were waiting for. They were
Right.
thinking that Elon on
'Cause he's
SNL
leading-
was gonna shoot it up. It's the fundamental. It's like this fundamental mechanism of price movement. You know what I mean? It's like if like there's not one single person that can completely control it. It's a ever flowing ocean of like people buying or selling or holding. So
Right.
it's the same concept with if you go back to the GameStop shit of like, oh we'll all just hold and we'll all make a bunch of money off this shit. It's not how it works. It's this constant flow of money coming in and out, and that's
Right.
what drives the price up. So to like base it off this one man just showing up on SNL and being like, yeah, he's gonna cause this fucking thing to explode, is just like a completely
It's a faulty,
lunatic.
yeah.
It's a
Well, I mean,
insane
but
idea.
it did. All right, so my dad has no idea what's going on here. All right, so there's these cryptocurrencies, right? And we're all kind of learning
Yeah,
here
it's
together.
basically like stocks.
Yeah. So, yeah, you watch them, you get these graphs, right? And these little, you know what?
It's a chart. Yeah.
Come on, let's do this professionally here. Jesus Christ.
We'll see what
Cheese
Doge
and
said.
rice.
They didn't even say
That's
it.
it. Gotta learn something. Go let the hair down here.
All right, so there's cryptocurrencies here. Is it gonna give us the graph or
They're
graph?
always there.
All right,
I mean,
that's
you can
all.
always-
That's all. Yeah, let's
yeah.
go down to the 7-day. Oh no, let's do the 1 month. Yeah. All right. So
This is a linear graph.
down here, it's pennies, worth nothing. The farther up, obviously the higher up you. All right, over here, look, 0,
6 cents.
3 cents, 6 cents, 9 cents, and then obviously the longer out is the dates.
Maybe 30
So-
cents, 60.
You will see a lot of hype around Dogecoin because SNL. Everyone's talking about Elon Musk going on SNL, right?
Yeah.
Well,
So all of a sudden,
there's one
jumps
single
up.
skit where Michael Che says to Elon so it's a hustle. They kind of backed him into it, literally backed him into it, because they kept asking him, well, what's Dogecoin? And that was the joke of like he couldn't answer what Dogecoin was. He didn't even go on his. All right, in this skit, he's playing a nerdy, graph-looking professor boy. You know what I mean? He's not Elon Musk. He's not there as himself. He's there in a skit. So they keep going back. Well, what's Dogecoin? He explains it in a different nerdy way. And what's Dogecoin? Different nerdy way. So then eventually Michael Che goes, so it's a hustle. And then he goes, yeah, it's a hustle. But then he breaks character and he's like, to the moon. And that was the end of the skit. Well, that's his thing, is it's Dogecoin to the moon. You know what I mean? Like they're putting, you can, give you a little backstory here. Right now, you can buy Tesla stocks, and you can buy a Tesla car with Bitcoin if you own Bitcoin. Well, Dogecoin is now being talked about being open to the market or in that way as well. So, like right now, if I own Dogecoin, I can put that in my little fiat wallet, go down to the liquor store and buy, a gallon of fucking vodka with mined currency on my phone. Fucking how wild the world is right now, right? Yeah. So, man, there's a lot there to unpack.
Yeah.
huh?
I mean, they're basically waiting with bated breath for this dude to do something when it's like, I mean, it's like anything in the world. it's money. I mean, it's like
It is. It definitely is money. It definitely holds value. Like I'm
And-
not.
I don't know. It's
doing against
classic.
that.
So if you're like, if you admit the basic, so if it's a stock and the basic mechanism that all stocks flow through is price movement. So if you're waiting, everyone's waiting for this specific moment that never comes. What's going to happen? It's going to trigger a sell-off, which is
Right.
this moment right here. So as soon as whatever people were expecting to happen didn't happen because they don't understand that buying pressure is what causes the price to rise. It's not whatever fucking Elon Musk or anyone says on SNL. It's buying pressure or selling pressure.
Mhm.
And so when the buying pressure didn't come because they're like, oh, the genie's out of the bottle, let's all buy. Nothing happened. So everyone started selling. So that basically human emotion causes everyone else to panic. They see all right, we bought in at whatever it is, 70 cents. Yeah, exactly. And then they see it plummeting, 40, 50 cents. Say, holy shit, I just lost half of my money. Let me get out right now. So it further escalates this thing
Mhm.
until we finally reach this pivot point. And
Yeah.
if you look at any sell-off in history, this is how it always goes. There's always the pivot point, and it pumps back up because it's just the natural progression. The fear finally subsides. People finally grab onto their pants and like, holy shit. The people who are still in it are in it.
Yep.
People who are out
I'm in it.
fucking are
I'm
lost.
Still in there.
And but that's how it always goes. And so it's they were waiting for this one dude to fucking be Jesus and take this shit over to $200.
So the whole
How much is it now?
well, it's
for one.
50 cents as of last update. 50 cents, 50.2227,
Wow.
which is, I mean, that's off its high. I mean, that's 20%.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is like this whole hype around it. The idea that like when because I was definitely involved in that. Like when I thought that with him going on there, if he would have hyped it up,
hmm
obviously people were gonna buy it,
Yeah, well,
and the stock would have went up.
well, that's the right kind of mindset, but like,
But now
your
you're
mindset
the way
was
you
right.
just
well,
the way they just described that
well,
kind of
well,
seems I fell victim to something.
well, kind of in a way. So like the mindset of like he could have hyped it up, but it's,
they didn't give him a chance.
Well, yeah, there was no.
I mean, he
moment
did his
to
way.
really, and I don't know. It's just like
They
there is
kinda
other
made
mechanisms.
it look bad, they wanted it to go down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they made it. I mean, yeah, exactly. Within that moment, it probably didn't look. I didn't even see it myself. I just know.
Oh yeah, you gotta see it.
Like this. It's just how it always works. It's fucking. It's a price mechanism. It's not really. Like there's outside forces at play, but it always has to run through the specific channels. Like
Okay.
like
Well,
stocks
yeah.
are affected by outside
His
world.
buddy there, Bezos, was against it.
Oh yeah.
So he-
Bezos?
Yeah.
Well, I'm hearing that Bezos might actually be backing it now because once Tesla opens,
No,
once
he was
Tesla,
he was against
once
Elon
Tesla
making money
accepts
on it.
this as a term of currency,
See, those are the things that will propel. Those are that's what. I'm repeat myself. Those are the types of things that will actually propel a stock or a cryptocurrency to move forward and get better price traction. But
like
these hype moments,
If-
even if you do get a positive reaction, it's that flash in the pan and it's a whipsaw.
yeah.
It's that quick. It's the same kind of concept of how quick it goes down. It always regulates.
I
It
wish I
also
would have got
regulates.
into it. Like so, right now, there's this other crypto that's like really in the makings. It's called Shiba Inu.
I had heard about that one.
Yeah, I got 2 billion of them, or 2 million. 2 million? I think I got 2 million. So if it goes up to a penny, it's. I think we did this earlier. Did we talk about this earlier? I think we did.
A little bit.
I think we did. So
Oh,
anyway,
yeah,
if it
so-
goes up to a penny, that's fucking.
I mean, 2 million.
How 100
How's a
pennies
penny?
is $1. So it's $200,000, right? Or is it? Yeah, 200,000, because it's a 1% of a million.
It all depends on how many shares you hold, and then just times the price point.
Well, no, I mean, if it goes up, what I said was I have 2 million of them.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it goes up
okay.
to 1 penny.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's what
how
it'd
many
be
shares
worth.
you had times the price point.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. That's crazy. I mean, wow. When you
Yeah,
see
there's a
some
lot
of
of
them
money
that
in
are
this.
worth like $60,000
Mm-hmm.
because they've been out for 10 plus years. Like,
Yeah, well,
man.
They've done that legwork, like we mentioned with Tesla accepting Bitcoin and Doge. Like they've done those things to establish themselves and propel that.
Like
So
if you
it's a
could
lot
buy
of-
if you could buy a Tesla car, and then turn around and sell that for 70 grand, and then buy whatever you want, that's fucking currency. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Everyone's got to accept it if you can buy a fucking Tesla with it. Why wouldn't Jeff Bezos accept it? I mean, everything is, his whole platform is making it automated. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Imagine
We
that.
lost you a
Imagine-
while ago. My bad, man.
Yeah, no, I'm actually learning. I'm listening to all this, but what it all comes down to is you got a couple of people controlling the world, and they're controlling all your finances through shit like this. And you guys are sitting here buying into it and letting it happen.
All right, so see,
I don't buy it.
Bring on the debate.
Calm down
What's
now.
going on?
Back in my day, we had gold.
yeah, but that's not how the money works anymore.
Actual real gold that
Okay.
our money was based upon.
So hold on. You're telling me right now,
Alright.
if you had knowledge of Bitcoin 10 years ago, you wouldn't have bought into Bitcoin? If you had the knowledge of it 10 years ago,
If I
knowing
had
that
the
it would be
knowledge
what
of
it is now?
Well, yeah, because everybody's making
Alright.
it real, but it's not real. It's just because a couple of people are making it real. All right? Okay, I'm going to
No,
accept...
I mean, in a
I'm
way,
gonna
you're
make
very
Phil
right.
Coin. I'm going to
Yeah.
make Phil Coin, and I'm going to accept Phil Coin so you can buy my weed from me that this motherfucker's going to grow. All right? So we got a business going
Yeah.
here. Now, my money comes to me, my Phil Coin comes to me, and it goes to him. Where the hell good is it after that? Nowhere. So I gotta
Very
go
true.
get Elon Musk to let me buy a fucking Tesla,
Mhm.
so I can buy this Tesla and take it and sell it to somebody else for actual cash. So it makes any of it worth anything.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
market,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
That's the
my-
market.
It's stupid.
That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
argument against cryptocurrency. Thank you. It's
Ah.
cryptocurrency, yeah. Cause
So
it's
you're
like,
against it too?
I'm entirely against cryptocurrency.
You don't think it's going to hold up?
Well, no, because it's. I mean, what he
Look.
was saying about the gold-based
Look,
standard is true.
10 years
but-
ago, I would have bought in, all right? And now, if I could cash out and get actual cash for it, sure, I'd be rich. But in all actuality, it's meaningless bullshit.
Mm.
There's nothing backing any of this money. Nothing.
I guess
Well,
not,
that's,
except for the people who put money into it.
Well, and that's the main issue, at least in my mind, is
the only
it's treated more like a stock
like-
than it is
Just like
currency.
Phil,
It's like,
just like Phil Coin, the only thing that would be backing it would be my weed
Mm.
that I sell.
so like my only
Right.
my only thing with like I guess against the whole cryptocurrencies and all this and that is that like if a massive EMP comes across the world, it's all
Mm.
shut out. But if that happens,
Like,
none
ruin
of
the
it's
whole
gonna
financial-
matter.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing that's gonna
Gold and
matter is you
silver.
being able to protect what the fuck you have.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. When it really hits the fucking fan, everything is ran this way.
Mm-hmm.
So
We should
Either-
gold coin. Right
either
there.
you stand on the
Ended up
outside
buy gold.
and you look in at their little you can make the choice to stand on the outside and look in at this everybody living in that little heaven there, or you can be in there and you can completely utilize everything inside of that, because that's what the fuck we live in. The whole world is right there.
Bitcoin.
No, I'm just talking about technology and like
Oh,
you know
yeah.
moving into.
So what do you think about them downloading your, putting the chip in your brain? Elon
I'm gonna
Musk's
do it.
thing.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I would wait. I'd give it some time.
Nah.
Because right now.
No, that's the worst idea.
No,
That's the
right
worst
now-
idea.
Right now,
No,
you don't have
no.
enough-
Because with this, as time gets further, people, you're gonna grow with you are gonna experience having that more knowledge. So that the time other people catch up to you, your bandwidth is already there's
just like a computer
technology's
from,
different, dude.
Just like a computer from 19 1968, that computer didn't grow and get smarter. That computer got thrown the fuck out and got replaced with new shit that was better.
Right. It's
So-
called updates.
So why not wait and get something that's a little bit better
But that's your brain.
than the first?
Neuralink is.
I don't want their first output where they
I get
gotta
what you're
put
saying.
where they gotta put 30 of them up there and take 30 little circles out of my skull.
No.
I want one that does it all.
Right. Yeah. You'll
So
get there
Give them a little
with
bit of time,
updates.
just a little bit of time, and they'll have it down to just one.
I don't think
That's
they're
what
gonna
I'm
put.
saying.
I don't think they're gonna put multiple chips in there. I think you get one chip and then
Yeah,
you get.
there's
No,
one,
they
and
already-
then
no,
wires.
No, they have.
Wired.
yes,
Yeah, there's wires and
multiple-
everything.
But they have multiple ports that they put in, dude. And I was checking it out, and they do.
Okay, but it's
crazy
not like
where
you're
it
gonna
is,
get.
too.
I'm not. I'm okay. But what I'm saying is like, you get the one procedure, then it's in you. It's not like you have to keep going back in and getting your head cut open again. When they want to upload you, you plug this little thing, this node to your head.
That ain't how
and
it works.
But that's how it's gonna work. That's how Neuralink is designed to eventually work.
To eventually.
That's not how it works now.
When they get to
Now
putting
they
it in
have
human
A whole
brains,
shitload
when
of-
they get to actually producing the shit to where you and I could possibly, when we get to making that decision, dude, this stuff is already gonna be there. We're not gonna see it with
Oh, they'll plant it
the
right
s-
in our
the
baby once
slags.
they're born. They'll be like, oh, baby, stick one in the back of his head and ship him out.
that'd be pretty. Honestly, but when it comes down to that choice, I would definitely expand my bandwidth.
I want
100%.
them to just download me into the computer. Don't stick a chip in my head. Just stick me into the computer. Like Lawnmower Man.
Leave the body behind. But then
Yeah.
what would you do in the computer?
Because this.
You gonna play chess?
This deteriorates.
You just gonna mess around with a bunch
You
of zeros
can't-
and ones?
They're-
Like,
you
think
can't
about
keep
being a
this going.
computer. Think about being a computer where you're just like a circuit board. 0 1 0 1 different direction. 0 1 hot 0 1 for infinity.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd like to be a computer. I think I would love to stay human. But with the
But
bandwidth,
If you downloaded your brain into a computer, well, what do you think it would be? It would still be your brain, right?
Or how
well,
about
now
this?
we're talking
All of
about
it-
something
it would
different.
be all of
man.
your
I thought we were
thoughts.
talking about adding a little chip
It
into
would
my
all-
brain.
I don't want that. I want to be put into the computer. I want to be
Oh, man.
Full cyborg.
like Lawnmower Man. You know? You remember that
I didn't
movie,
see that.
Lawnmower
Blade your
Man?
ass
No,
up,
I don't remember that movie.
It's a great movie. Look it up. You'll have to
Lawnmower
check
Man,
it
let's
out.
see it.
Lawnmower Man.
7:30.
Yeah. All right, while you're looking that up, there's something I saw. What about your brain, emotions, thoughts, memories downloaded and
I remember seeing this,
can be
seeing the cover for sure.
put
Yeah.
into
Pierce Bro.
what they're calling a sleeve. A sleeve is just
Oh,
another
fuck yeah.
body.
We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Oh yeah.
Apparently someone might already be getting there. I haven't done too much
What is
research into
You
it.
seen Altered Carbon? Anyone here?
Yes. Awesome movie.
Well, show. It's a Netflix show.
Well, yeah.
And it's actually based off a comic book. Sorry, I just kind of nerded out there. Oh, look at this. Lawnmower Man. Wow. This looks terrible. Yeah, this looks
so
It's
official.
fuck- it's
so bad.
It's old.
That's fucking James Bond. Pierce
Yes,
Brosnan.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's an old movie, but the concept behind it is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I was
Remember that
expecting a lot
movie,
more lawnmowers.
What it is
Good John Deere.
This guy is mentally challenged and he mows lawns. Okay, well, this scientist is in his basement and makes this connection into with the
Just
computers
convulse, bro.
and
Like a
he's teaching
semi-Caesar.
this kid.
No.
He's hooking this kid up with his computers and teaching him and making him smarter. And then all of a sudden, boom, He gets downloaded into the computer and takes over. Some crazy shit happens.
Yeah, man. It sounds
Makes
like
it
an
a lawnmower
80s
man.
movie.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Cool old sci-fi.
Altered Carbon, though.
kick.
Altered Carbon was freaking awesome. So it's this concept where Earth is struck by this meteor. This meteor brings the mineral that allows us to literally change our technology to the. It advances us to the to the next step, to the point to where we design these stacks, and your consciousness is stored in this stack, and bodies are now sleeves, where like if you're killed, if you're killed and somebody retrieves your stack, like here's one example how the show actually kind of opens up. It's like really crazy. It's like say you're a parent, your daughter gets hit by a car, their stack is intact, so you take their stack, you go to the police department, or whatever department it is in that time. You go to that department and you're like, hey, I can't afford a sleeve, but here's my daughter. So they'll give you a recycled sleeve, which could be a homeless person who died of a heroin overdose off the corner. So you get your daughter back, and it's a 50-year-old man, but it's your daughter, 7-year-old daughter in that 50-year-old man's body. Like, bro, I mean, if you can't afford it. So on the other end of that, if you can't afford it, you can have infinite clones and all this.
Jesus.
So it's a very intense show. It's awesome. They definitely shadow like that what it would be to live in that culture. But the show is surrounded by the main characters, this dude who fought in the war to preserve humanity. They lost the war. He's woken up thousands of years later by this billionaire who's like, hey, asshole, I need you to fucking work for me now. So he's like, it's a great show.
Be pretty pissed if I got woken up like mad long later.
Watch the show.
Just told to go work for you. Like, no.
It's a really good show, dude. It's a really good one. They got 2 seasons. Actually, Anthony Mackie is the actor in the 2nd season.
Oh, really?
He's a main character. Because, sleeves, so they can change.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody can change their face at any time.
Yeah. It's convenient.
Yeah. Right? That's a way to have a good, long-running show.
Mm-hmm.
You never have to have the same guy doing it.
As long as they can keep the same character.
That's it. Just have them read the
Yeah,
same script.
Yeah. Writers will do that job.
Just pass it along. Don't fucking tear it, okay?
Yeah. You will never have that like moment like
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, thank you. Johnny
Yes,
Depp as
passing
Rick
on
Angel.
Grindelwald.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never have that.
I got you, bro. Yeah. Oh, that was Johnny Depp, man. There's a petition that's got over 2 million fucking signatures on it to get him back in as into Pirates of the Caribbean. But then he goes out and says, I don't want to do it. It was a lot of work. Like, dude, you serious?
That's funny as heck.
2 million people signed that shit, and you're
I
like,
know.
eh.
People
If
are
it-
like,
No, to be honest, he was like, if it happens, cool, but it, He's like,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
lot of work. He kind of like brushed it off.
That's
And
funny.
but I mean, it was also that was brought up to him under the, they were interviewing him for losing the Grindelwald, the role for Grindelwald. So to bring up the other thing,
Yeah,
it's
that's a
kind of
slap
like
in the face.
it is a slap in the face. Man, that situation sucks. She said they got into a fight, and Amanda Heard said, you know, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm gonna finish your career. And look at him now. It's been years without working.
Yeah,
One of
right.
the most beloved actors.
Facts.
It goes to show how messed up
Yeah,
Hollywood
she's
is.
still eating. She was in that.
She was
Justice
in
League.
Aquaman,
Yeah.
Justice League. Although she did get replaced in Aquaman, they removed her
Really?
in the second one.
That's good.
Yeah, because she was supposed to do it. She did like 3/4 of the filming and everything, and then they put it on hold because of COVID, and then during the whole COVID thing, they were like, you know what, we're just gonna
Yeah.
restart this
Heard you kind of.
because Jason Momoa was all about it too. He's like, I don't like working with her.
Sticking up for the homie.
You all right over there? You look
What?
tired. Your face looks a
Where?
little tired.
When?
I just look over and you're like,
Hey, you know, you young guys, well, you might get up early. You get up sort of early for work. But I'm up at 4 or 5 o'clock.
I
every
get up
single
sort of
morning.
early. I'm up 5 o'clock. I've been up 5
I'm
o'clock
old.
every morning. The earliest I get up is 4 o'clock. The latest I ever get up is
4:30.
5:30 is the latest I get up. That's if I'm working, if I got to start at 7 and I'm working close, which that never happens. I got super lucky working at the DYS in Westfield because we couldn't start until 7 and it was a 25-minute drive. And then I was waking up at 5:30. I can't wake up later than that. Not if I gotta shit in the morning. Depending on the night, sometimes I gotta rub one off. You know how it goes.
Tough mornings.
No, they're not tough. Just do what you gotta do.
Just jump out of bed. Yep.
Those are really good shrooms, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, got some good time into it.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely carried the length of the podcast.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Yeah, you look like you're ready to get going.
Yeah.
It is 7:30.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
I got another half-hour drive to get home. So.
Oh, and you're on your bike, son of a.
Oh.
Oh, it's beautiful out there.
And it's windy as hell.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice.
You're on a goddamn gold wing. I don't want to hear it. Dude, I rode that thing. First time I rode it, I come pull back and I'm like, this thing is from the future. It's from the 80s.
That's funny as heck.
It's got air ride suspension and shit.
All right. Thanks, Phil. First guest.
Yep.
Hey, it's been
It's a good
fun.
one.
It's been
We had a
fun.
great time, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Loved it.
We'll definitely have you back. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a good time.
Yeah.
So much more out there to be said, so we'll be here to say it all.
Yep.
Later.
Next time.